absentee ballots.
And how long will the recount process take?
Probably 2 days. We will not finish today, but I don't think it'll take all of tomorrow.
Voice says there are over 700,000 votes to be recounted. Tamira Rush News Radio, KDKA.
There were more than 100 speakers appearing before County Council last night, calling on council members to adopt County Executive Sarah Innamorado's proposed budget. It calls for a $2.2 million increase in property taxes. Karen Hochberg of the Plum Senior Center is among those calling for lawmakers to either approve the budget or come up with a plan B.
If cuts are made, ensure human service funding is protected and use your political capital to advocate state-level property tax reform. Current funding does not cover the cost of the services we deliver. Center funding has remained flat for 10 years while our costs have increased.
Both Monday and Tuesday, County Council Chairman Pat Katina asked property owners to call Innamorado's office to say they oppose the nearly 50% hike in taxes. New developments in the case of two people who were already arrested in connection with vandalism at Chabad of Squirrel Hill. Now 23-year-old Mohammed Ahmad of Coriopolis and 24-year-old Talia Lubit of Pittsburgh have been indicted by a federal grand jury on charges of conspiracy and defacing and damaging a religious building. Ahmad and Lubit have been released on $50,000 unsecured bond following their earlier arrests. Police say a pawn shop owner helped them find their suspect in the shooting and robbing of a man outside a Larimer nursing home last week. Sam Askenaze tells KDKA TV that he could tell something was up when Raul Brito Chirinos came in with a gold ring.
You could tell something was off from the get-go when he come in. He's a tall, thin guy, and the ring was too big to fit any of his fingers.
The victim remains hospitalized, last reported to be in critical condition. With a week to go before Thanksgiving, getting a holiday meal on the table will come with some high and low prices. Jill Schlesinger explains what it will take to go from your wallet to the supermarket to the table this holiday season.
As you prepare your Thanksgiving feast, there's a little good news and a little bad news. According to the American Farm Bureau Federation's 39th annual Thanksgiving dinner survey, the average cost of the classic Thanksgiving feast for 10 people is about $5.80 per person, or about $58.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 35 points, the Nasdaq 141 points lower, the S&P dropping 28 points. KDKA Sports, the Lightning beat the Pens 3-2 in overtime. The news brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, the home improvement pros with 44 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:03. Recently lost your health insurance or don't have health insurance through your employer? Time to contact Dina Schmidt at One Health Benefits, 724-799-8873. It's mostly cloudy and 57 in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Never-ending savings for November at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. USDA Grade A frozen honeysuckle white turkeys, 88 cents a pound. Fresh southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And Marie Callender's cream or fruit pies, 24 to 40-ounce packages, $4.99 each. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Grade A honeysuckle white fresh turkeys, $1.79 a pound. And Amish Farm brand spiral cut half hams are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bag, $2.99 each. And Fresh Express garden salad or coleslaw mix, 12 to 14-ounce bags, 2 for $3. In our deli, original quality Isley's chipped ham, $3.49 a pound. And in our bakery, 8-inch apple or pumpkin pies are $6 each. And this week, regular or unsalted, essential everyday butter, 1-pound quarters, $2.99 each.
So get into those never-ending savings at Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, the area's undisputed leader in custom draperies, blinds, shades, shutters, and more. Here's Len Lachina.
Larry, with Lachina's high-quality fabrics, huge selection, 2 showrooms in Dormont and Wexford, and convenient shop and home service, there's no need to shop anywhere else. Plus, customers save money with Lachina's unbeatable factory direct pricing.
Call today and see why Lachina has been Pittsburgh's favorite for over 60 years. 412-665-4900 or go to lachinadrapery.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser, Ellingham. Well, how are you?
We're doing all right today, Marty. Thanks so much for asking. And you know what? The drivers are doing okay, too, in most spots. We do have some construction zone lane restrictions kicking into gear here, and we wanted to let you know. And there's been a change, actually, to the time period this will be happening for this particular project. Our friends at PennDOT let us know that paving in Collier Township means you'll find a single lane restriction on westbound Route 50 between the I-79 interchange and Vanadium Road. This is happening right now through Friday, the 22nd. Today, crews are working until 6 p.m. They'll be back again tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Same story on Friday, weather permitting, which it may not, but consider yourselves warned either way. Parkway West inbound is stacking at the top of the hill, and you'll line up on the Parkway East right around Wilkinsburg. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be balmy with some sun followed by cloud. Look for a little rain at times this afternoon, a high 67. Breezy this evening, then cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
It's the Big K, Big 3.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest 3 stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
One of the most significant issues of facing this region right now is the possible loss of the U.S. Steel forever because of what I think is partisan politics. Maybe it's payback. Maybe Joe Biden is hacked, that Kamala got her ass kicked. I have no idea, but I have this letter from Nippon sent to the steelworkers and their leadership, and they guarantee everything. They guarantee pensions. They guarantee salaries. They guarantee employment. They guarantee growth. They guarantee billions of dollars. So anyone that says, and they guarantee this will not be a threat to national security, how the hell would one of our closest allies be a threat to national security? I think it's payback is my guess. Kim Ward joining us. Senator Kim Ward, most powerful political leader in the state other than the governor and sometimes more than the governor. How are you, Kim?
I'm well, Marty. Good morning.
Hey, before we get into this, I got to say something. We kind of danced around this the other day, and I believe this. And I was talking to a big, high-ranking Democrat last night that you know very well, and I said, you got to admit, there's a certain buzz in America right now because we have Trump as president, whether you like him or not. Don't you feel that buzz?
Oh, I felt the buzz before the election. I felt it. I could see it when I'm in neighborhoods. I could see the signs, the difference between last time and this time. And there's definitely a buzz, and with many of us, there's a sigh of relief.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Now, let's talk about U.S. Steel. Help me with this, because talk to me like I'm a fourth grader. How the hell would anyone, why the hell would anyone say this is a bad deal for this region?
I think it's rooted in politics because, you know, they use the excuse national security, which we know is a bunch of crap, because U.S. Steel manufactures steel for automotives and appliances, and they don't manufacture military or military bombs, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's very political, and I think it's unfortunate that it happened. You know, this happened during a presidential race, and that started it. And we're still waiting for our leaders to stand up and say something. Say something. Tell us where you are. Don't tell us, you know, just no because it has to say America. Because the fact of the matter is, U.S. Steel has already proven they will pick up their operations and go somewhere else, which they've done when they went to Arkansas. And they do not have the resources to offer what Nippon did. So what happens if they don't have the resources? Eventually, you're just going to see in the next, 3, 4, 5 years, you're just going to see it disintegrate. They're not going to make the investments. And I think they've been clear that they don't have the money and they're not going to do so.
Well, so Kim, we're past the election. This is Christine, Marty's wife. We're past the election.
Okay.
So I feel like the politics hopefully can get out of this and we can focus on what's best for both our region and the country. And I feel like that's where this disconnect is. Like the national politicians are saying, well, the best thing for our country is to keep this U.S. made. But here in our area, I feel like a lot of people are saying this is not good for our region because, if this merger doesn't happen, because we will be losing so many jobs. What's it going to take for the national people to realize that if this doesn't happen, this is going to be a huge hit to our area?
I think it takes a lot of pressure from us. When I say us, I mean all of us. So the workers, many of the workers, the rank and file workers, they want this to go through. They fear what will happen if it doesn't. We need these jobs for the generations to come. This, again, I always say it and I mean it. This is our heritage. And what are we going to rename the Steelers?
Nice.
But their union hasn't come forward supporting it yet, have they?
No. And but the rank and file workers need to say it. We need to know that here we are. We can lose our job. Please help us. Because I think, and I don't know a lot about the national union and what their end game is. But I'll tell you the story, and that is this: when Governor Corbett closed the prison here in Westmoreland County, his union, they fought a little, but as long as there were jobs, it didn't matter to them where those jobs were. Well, it matters to us where these jobs
Hell
are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on, Mayor. I want to grab the mayor of Clairton. Hi, Rich. How are you, sir?
Hey, Marty. Good morning. How you doing?
Great. This is Clairton Mayor Rich Latanzi. What the hell are they talking about shutting this all down? Why are they ignoring the will of the people, sir?
Well, I think it all starts at the top. Maybe, I worked in the mill for 30 years at the Irvin Works, and I understand how the union works. And like I said, you got to save face, and you got to stay strong and see what you can get as much as you can get. You got to preserve jobs, and you can't be real easy and say, hey, whatever you want to do. So I understand the fight. But at the end of the day, you're talking about 1,000 good-paying jobs in the city of Clairton, 30% of my tax base, the ability for the mill to move on. I mean, right now, in the last couple of years, U.S. Steel did not make these investments. The environmental people of the county wasn't susceptible to giving them permitting to do new projects. So I think we need a fresh start. We need, someone to come in and invest this $1 billion or $1 million plus in the Mon Valley and maybe revive it and keep the jobs here. Some people aren't thinking. They're just looking at the top layer of the cake. You need to get into the middle and see what's really going on.
Hey, Mayor, if this goes away, you're screwed there. I mean, let's be honest, right?
I'll be honest with you. The city of Clairton, there's no sense being mayor because there ain't nothing going to get done here. There's going to be no revenue, and it's going to be a boom town.
Come on, man. Hey, Kim, I got to ask you about what kind of conversations have you had with the governor on this?
So funny you ask. Yesterday, we hand-delivered yesterday morning a letter asking him to please, we need more involvement here. We don't know where he stands on it. He only says, I'm working behind the scenes. Well, what are you working behind the scenes to do? Do you support the sale or not support the sale? We need some leadership. He and Senator Fetterman, who I had a very nice conversation with last week, while Biden is in office, were probably the two guys that could have made the difference here. But at this point, Biden is gone. He can do what he's going to do here. It will cause a big uproar. Hopefully Nippon will take it on if he turns it down. But he's gone. We don't need to worry about him anymore. And I think the focus should shift to, we have congressmen. We have a new U.S. senator. Our focus should shift there to try to work with President Trump on this.
So hold on, Kim. Your folks handed a letter to the governor's people. Has he responded?
Well, I didn't ask him for a response because I haven't gotten responses in the past when we took an action to ask. But I told him that he has juice. He can use his juice
Hell yeah.
to save these jobs in Pennsylvania. You want to talk about politics for a minute, Marty?
Yeah.
If this doesn't go through and it fails, and U.S. Steel begins to dismantle, we're going to be talking about these politics in 4 years.
Right on.
This is not about just today. It's about the future of our workers and their families and generations of steel workers.
Kim, do you think it's worth trying to get with President-elect Trump? I mean, he's come out against it, but do you think that with some more understanding of the local issues and the importance of it in the Pittsburgh area that he might be persuadable?
It's very much worth the try. To your point, earlier point, the campaign's over, politics are over, and I think he may very well be hopefully open to at least listening. And if the people here that live here, the workers here, they reach out to these officials such as their congressman Shapiro, Fetterman, David McCormick, who will be sworn in, Guy Reschenthaler. We have congressmen here that all affects everything in Western Pennsylvania. We need them to reach out. We need them to be vocal. And I think seeing support locally matters to anyone making a decision.
Mayor Chris Kelly from West Mifflin. Good morning,
yes,
sir.
Sir. Good morning.
Tell us how much this means to your community, sir, for this to stay there. And if it goes, what happens?
Not only the preservance of jobs, Marty, but $1 billion investment.
Right.
That creates 5,000 to 6,000 more jobs over a 4 or 5 year period of time. Good paying union jobs, American workers. And if it goes away, we become another brownfield.
Right on.
This is huge. The $1 billion, the investment in West Mifflin is larger than our entire Allegheny County budget. Do you believe that?
Well, Mayor, why the hell do they seem to be ignoring the wishes of the people, your people, and
it's
the folks
ignorant.
in Cleveland? Why, sir? Why?
Ignorance, the fact that it's a Japanese firm. People forget they're our strongest military ally.
They are.
And a lot of people that I've been talking to believe that United States Steel is owned by the United States. That's ignorance.
Hey, Kim, this ain't no joke. Yes. Once this is gone, it's gone. And they'll leave, and they'll say goodbye, good riddance, and like you said, what are we going to do with the name of the Steelers? Come on.
Yeah.
How long did it take us to recuperate?
We'll give them the hell, that's it.
Go ahead, Kim.
It just took us generations to recuperate in this region after the last downfall of the steel industry. We came back tech. But it took, well, of course, we know why. We have Steeler bars all over the country because these guys had to leave to get jobs and make a living. And that will happen again should, U.S. Steel, who's already proven they're willing to leave, their leadership, that'll happen again. It'll happen again. We'll be in the abyss for another, generation and a half. We can't let that happen.
Mayor Rich Latanzi, Mayor Chris Kelly, we're all in. We're in, Kim. Anything you need.
All right. This
Thank
is
you.
nonpartisan. Okay.
The governor needs to step up. Step up and do his job.
He needs to step up, and he needs to at least tell us where he stands, because we don't know. All we got was, I'm working behind the scenes. What are you doing behind the scenes? But maybe we will find that out after a decision is made. Because,
Thank you. Thank you all.
Bye.
Love it. I love the passion. Sorry we're so late. It's important stuff from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. Crews rolling up on the scene of an accident in Mount Oliver. This a vehicle into a structure on Ormsby Avenue near Walker Avenue. You have delays around not accidents, but other vehicles on the Parkway West inbound, stacking at the top of Green Tree Hill ahead of the Fort Pitt tunnels. And then the Parkway East inbound is lining up solidly at Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
If fashion is your thing, eBay is it. eBay's where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay's my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay, the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay, things people love.
I went to high school with Bob Tootie from Tootie Mechanical. So I've known him, 40 plus years? His business is insane. Tootie Mechanical. The service is unbelievable. The professionalism is unbelievable. And the help, man, they've put 400 free furnaces in homes. Tootie Mechanical is the best for HVAC I've ever seen in my career. They're amazing people, amazing service. Tootie, 412-771-4100. Call them.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Did you know millions of people are getting prescription medications for weight loss, sexual health, better sleep, and more, all online? RexMD.com has made getting these medications fast and easy, with free delivery of the most popular medications right to your door. Just fill out a brief survey, and if appropriate, we'll prescribe and ship clinically proven options to help with issues like weight loss.
I've lost 45 pounds so far. It's nice to get back into clothes that I haven't been able to wear for a long time.
We can also help with insomnia.
I slept through the whole night. It made me feel very well rested and ready to go for the day.
And RexMD can improve your sexual health.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is happier. I am definitely much happier.
At RexMD.com, we've made the process fast, easy, and affordable. Visit RexMD.com right now to get started. That's REXMD.com.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works.
Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, it's Tech Vibe Radio. Join hosts Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsting from the Pittsburgh Technology Council's Huntington Bank Studios as they bring you a front row seat to Pittsburgh's tech sector.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's one of those things that makes no sense to me, actually, on paper, because I want to get through some of the details of this letter that Nippon has circulating to all public officials, and they presented it to the media as well. And this is from one of the big shots at Nippon. And I apologize if I butcher the name. Takahiro Morai, Director and Vice Chairman of Nippon. So, he goes through point by point regarding staying here, protecting and growing U.S. Steel, transforming its facilities so that they can be around for the next generation, committed to maintaining blast furnace operations. That's here. Listen to this. We will invest no less than $2.7 billion in U.S. Steel. How about that? $2.7 billion. $1.4 billion in capital investments, as the mayors were just saying. Jobs, benefits, and pensions will be protected. No layoffs or facility closures as a result of the transaction, and no shift of jobs or production overseas. It's unbelievable. Nippon Steel will not import overseas produced slabs or reduce the ability of U.S. Steel to produce slabs. We will transfer our technologies in order to enhance U.S. Steel's competitiveness.
And these last two are the big part that the government has said they're opposed to, which is related to the national security issues. The one, our partnership will enhance U.S. national security, where basically they, as they said, they're our biggest ally. They're trying to help with U.S. security. And then the last one is we're committed to protecting U.S. interests. Their board will actually be made of majority U.S. board of directors a majority of American citizens, including independent U.S. directors. So it's hard to understand really the rationale that these national politicians are quoting.
And they say in the same letter, these commitments will be legally binding, ironclad, fully enforceable, as confirmed in the recent decision by a board of arbitration. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, good morning.
What's up?
My name's Matt. I own Brew Gentleman, the brewery in Braddock, and we just actually opened up a space called Braddock Public House right across the street from the Edgar Thompson plant in the Mon Valley, right here in Braddock. And it's kind of crazy to me because, you know, we have workers coming into our space every day saying they want it. We're talking to community members daily who want it. And I don't know, you just see kind of excitement for a deal like this to go through, for opportunity. You know, we've been in Braddock, you know, we celebrated our 10th anniversary this year.
You guys do a hell of a job, man. I've been in there before. You do a hell of a job. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And we've been in Braddock, you know, before there was any of this. And to see, you know, 10 years in, the excitement, even just from the community, people getting together. I mean, the Mon Valley's already seen, you know, had the rug pulled out from it once, and it doesn't need to happen again. And I don't know. I mean, we're right across the street. You know, we work with everyone. We see how hard people here in the Mon Valley work. And for me, it's like, why kill the momentum?
Hey, Matt. Matt, the Fetterman lives right down the street from you. Does he come in, and what does he say?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. John actually, so the new space, the Braddock Public House, he lives right upstairs from it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think, you know, John has always said he wants to stand with and stand by the folks at the union. And what's crazy is, like, you know, union leadership is saying one thing, but you talk to the workers on the ground, you have 90% of the people who are for it. I mean, the guy who picks up our spent grain owns a farm and works at the Irwin plant, and he's for it. He tells me him and his guys, you know, they're for it too.
Then what the hell's the disconnect, man?
Yeah, I feel like these workers are going to need to do something publicly to make it clear, either or somehow get with their management in their labor union and say, look, we've got to turn this around. We cannot oppose this. We want this. We need to make this public. We need to make the national legislators know this. Otherwise, the impression is, and I'm sure it is on the national level, that they're against it because that's what their union's saying.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, look, I don't know union politics too much. I just know the stories of the people who come into our tasting room and to the new restaurant. Yeah. But the one thing I will say is, you know, I heard you guys speaking about the Japanese-American Alliance strong, it being so strong. You know, as a Japanese-American myself, you know, I'm born and raised in Hawaii, but my family is, you know, my dad's side is Japanese. Like, to me, you know, I hear the words of what Nippon says and what they're planning on doing, and I believe it to be honest. I believe it to be true. I believe, you know, they're going to hold their word and they're going to invest in our community because, look, we've seen them in town already. We've seen them show up.
And I love your call, and I could talk to you forever. We're out of time, man. We're all in, Matt, and we'll stop down and have a beer there. We're all in.
Paid for by government. Now is the time to fill your vault with Morgan's Silver Bars. Grab your piece of America's silver legacy with this special offer. These spectacular shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan silver dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Americans treasure owning silver bars and coins, putting them away for themselves and their loved ones. Call now to secure 1-ounce silver bars minted in 99.9% pure silver and made in the USA. You'll be glad you did. Hurry, don't miss out on this special deal. Save $10 per silver bar. The more you buy, the more you save. Limit of 25 bars per customer. Call to learn more. Plus, with qualifying orders, you'll receive a free Morgan silver dollar. That's a $59.95 value and free shipping. Call 1-800-222-3871 now to secure your 1-ounce Morgan silver dollar bars. That's 1-800-222-3871.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 60 degrees and mostly cloudy at 10:30. I'm David Ballarado. With over 100 speakers in favor of Allegheny County Executive Sarah Innamorado's proposed budget, County Council met for nearly 5 hours last night. While many called for council to approve the budget and its spending on social services, not everyone agreed, including Benjamin Shazar.
I rise in opposition to the executive and the manager's sky will fall pronouncements telling the citizens across the county the sky will not fall. This is about choices, wants, and needs. There's no justification when there's large deficits on a $3 billion budget.
The budget must be passed by early December. Pittsburgh police have made an arrest in a shooting that claimed a life and left several others injured earlier this month in Northview Heights. 3 people were shot just after 1 a.m. back on the 7th on the 800 block of Mount Pleasant Road, and another person was also found shot in the back a short time later in a wrecked car. Police have arrested 18-year-old Ernest Terry on criminal homicide and other charges. It had been closed for over a year, and now the weather may have felt a little warm for the occasion, but Mayor Gainey and others cut the ribbon last night for the reopened Shenley Park ice skating rink.
This is what our city is about. Our city is about bringing people together and creating amenities that they can enjoy and have memories on. And now there'll be a whole lot of young children that will come here and have memories with their family.
Audio courtesy of KDKA TV. On Wall Street, stocks are lower. The Dow is down 117 points. The Nasdaq is down 221 points, and the S&P 500 down 46. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Attorneys pride themselves in being business solution providers. For 50 years, the Pittsburgh law firm, with offices in Cleveland and Wheeling, has helped businesses of every size with complex legal issues in bankruptcy and restructuring, creditors' rights, mergers and acquisitions, commercial litigation, and real estate. Bernstein Berkeley takes a business approach to legal service, providing peace of mind through expert advice and zealous representation. Visit bernsteinlaw.com.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Check this out. Get your home Thanksgiving ready with my friends at Coit Cleaning Services and their incredible free Thanksgiving special. 30% off all services, carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, blinds, and more. I'm thankful for the amazing job the Coit Cleaning techs did in my house. Show off your Coit Cleaning home to your Thanksgiving guests. Call Coit right now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 30% off all services. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
Need a new health insurance plan? Don't feel like you have to search for one on your own. There's Health Markets. When you visit healthmarkets.com, you can speak with a licensed insurance agent in your area and get personalized recommendations. With Health Markets, you can feel confident you're choosing a health insurance plan that fits your needs and your budget. See how easy it can be to search for your next health insurance plan with healthmarkets.com. Visit healthmarkets.com today. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Check, check, and check. That's the sound of me getting a jump start on my holiday list. But I can't take all the credit. Kohl's makes it too easy. I got my daughter a mini instant camera, my husband his favorite cologne, my sister Kookaburra by UGG slippers, and that's just the beginning. Then I got 20% off some of my other gifts. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Select styles. Offer valid to November 23rd. Coupons do not apply to tech, Sephora at Kohl's, and Kookaburra by UGG. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Leaves are falling and so are the prices at Bowser Hyundai. Fall into savings with the 2024 Hyundai Tucson SE all-wheel drive with 1.99% APR for 60 months. It's the perfect ride for all your autumn adventures. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty before you buy anywhere else. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. With approved credit and financing through HMFC. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $464 applies. See Bowser for complete details. Offer ends November 30th. Now that's the power of Bowser. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Former PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, we continue to have crews on the scene of an accident. This inbound Oliver, a vehicle into a structure on Ormsby Avenue near the intersection with Walker Avenue, so you could find some heavy delays around that. Still some delays left on a couple of the major arteries heading into town, if that's your way out and about. Parkway East inbound, for example, is slow for you at Edgewood Swissvale as you make your way toward those square Coral Hill tunnels. Parkway West on the other side heading into town is backing at the top of Green Tree Hill. If you need to head out toward the airport, right now you're doing well. No major problems for you from the eastern suburbs through town and outbound through those Fort Pitt tunnels onto the Parkway West. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
It'll be quite mild for the rest of our Wednesday with some sun followed by cloud. Look for some rain at times during the afternoon hours. High 67. Tonight, breezy early, cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, though 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Safety, security, and comfort at home starts with a good roof over your head. Need a new roof? Choose the region's roofing leader, NASCO. While fall is here, NASCO works and plans year-round, and roofs are all they do. They're experts. They've got an A-plus rating. NASCO exceeds expectations with superior work and service and a lifetime roof warranty. Special financing available. Call NASCO Roofing. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit the store for a free test walk. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown. Good Feet arch supports are proudly made in the USA.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontier show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontier show.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, Hall to Pitt again today. Come out and see us, Market District at Settlers Ridge, 2 until 7. I'll be there, regular show. So come out and see me and bring a canned good. Help us out. Colin Dunlap here, KDK.
I can't for the life of me understand why anybody would want to bag United States Steel. If they leave here, they're gone forever. And they'll leave, and then we're screwed. And I can't wrap my arms around it. But I'm going to find out. Bob, you go ahead. Thanks for holding, Bob. West Mifflin.
Hey, Marty, thank you for taking my call. I just want to preface this with, I worked 13 years at U.S. Steel Duquesne Works. I was a union officer, and I may have a vested interest because I have 3 family members who work for U.S. Steel. And from what I hear from my friends and other people in the community, this is a good deal.
Yeah.
And I don't think that some people understand that McCall has a vested interest in Cleveland Cliffs because he represented.
He's the U.S. Steel United Steelworkers president. Go ahead. He wants
Absolutely.
this in Cleveland, but Cleveland Cliffs can't manage it. They can't handle it.
You got that right. I just think that it's ingenuous for him to try to speak for the membership, and the membership that I talk to think this is a good deal.
Yeah, I think and I think it's tragic. And once it's gone, it's gone. Sound familiar? The 70s in Pittsburgh? Great phone call. One more call, then we got to get Tom King. Tom King's been amazing. We got to hear from Tom. Go ahead, Pat. Thanks for holding, man.
Oh, that's all right. I used to work at Cleveland Cliffs when it was.
I didn't say Pat. Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. I used to work at Cleveland Cliffs. Now, that used to be Armco. About 7 years ago, which we were told not to say anything, and we make a specialty steel of electrical steel, which is very unique to our location and everything. But anyway, China came in there and really wanted to buy our place, and it was turned down. And what you have to think about with China, as far as I'm concerned, and we all talk.
It's not China. It's Japan.
Or Japan. I'm sorry.
Very different.
And,
very different. Very,
okay,
very,
Japan.
very different.
Okay, well, Japan.
I'm just saying.
But what we talked about at the time was if in a situation where if they would buy U.S. Steel and then come back around and try to buy Cleveland Cliffs, which was Armco at the time, they would monopolize a great deal of steel in the United States.
Who would?
I mean, you have to think.
So what do we do? Just let U.S. Steel and Pittsburgh go away because of some theory of yours that they're going to monopolize something. It's not happening. That's part of the problem. Ignorance, by definition, with all due respect.
Well, and there are rules against monopolies, and that has never been brought up in the reasons for the people who are opposing this.
Right.
So, yeah.
Come on. It's all on. Let's get to something. Tom King, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Marty. How you doing?
Man, I get so annoyed with politics, and we transition from one political football to another. That whole deal involving U.S. Steel, and you're involved in deals all the time, it's just politics. And at the end of the day, people suffer in West Mifflin and Clareton. And I got to be honest, Tom, sometimes it gets old, doesn't it, brother? The politics of everything.
Well, I think the good news is you're going to have a new U.S. Senator here pretty soon who lives in Pittsburgh, Dave McCormick, regardless of what all these people tried to say about him. He actually lives in Pittsburgh. He had business in Pittsburgh. He's familiar with Pittsburgh. And I think Dave McCormick's going to do what's best for Pittsburgh. So
I'm a fan.
I think you're going to have a real voice in the U.S. Senate.
I'm a fan. We had him in here several times. I met him several times. The guy, he's the real deal, man. And I ask anyone to check out his background, his track record, his family history. He's a star. And you know what? You'll laugh about this, but I was on the phone with probably one of the highest-ranking Democrats in the state last night. He said Dave McCormick worked his ass off on this campaign.
Well, and he's worked in national security under Bush, and he has obviously incredible business background. So I'm sure that, Senator Kim Ward and others would hope that maybe, in talking with him, maybe he can start to have some influence. But of course, first we need to actually figure out, definitely confirm that he is going to be our next U.S. Senator. Where do things stand right now with the recount?
And by the way, I agree with you completely. And also, don't forget, his wife worked in the Trump White House, and so my daughter had the pleasure of working with her in the Trump White House. She is a phenomenal person and extremely bright. So we've got two assets coming in for the price of one. so
hold on. But tell us what happened yesterday. It gets even uglier for Casey.
What happened yesterday was that a judge in the Court of Common Pleas of Philadelphia County, hearing the appeal of the Republicans about the ballots that were intended to be counted in Philadelphia County, ruled in favor of the Republicans. And so 2,073 proposed Casey ballots were disallowed last night in Philadelphia. And so that's another 2,000 off the table, off the slate. And in addition to that, the Philadelphia commissioners, under the threat of all sorts of things, impeachment and et cetera, reversed themselves and voted 3-0 not to count the undated ballots. So they undid their contemptuous actions toward the Supreme Court. Likewise, we got an order of court now in Bucks County reversing that attempt to count undated ballots. The Monroe County commissioners met and reversed their action to vote to count undated ballots. I believe that the Montgomery County commissioners will do the same. And so there's a lot of action last night. The lead is about 16,500, I believe, today. And as we speak, the recount is on statewide. It has to be done by next weekend. But it's on in many places. Some counties it's already done. Some of the smaller counties it's done. I spoke this morning to people in several counties where it's ongoing. It was ongoing in Butler County yesterday and today. It was in Lawrence County. It's ongoing today. And so, and in Allegheny County, it's ongoing. And by the way, the Allegheny County recount is, they've really dedicated a lot of people to try to get this done. They have 100 machines operating at the same time over there. We have people there watching. And they've been very good about access and allowing both sides to see things. And so I want to compliment the people running the election bureau in Allegheny County. They've been very fair, and they've allowed everybody access. And so,
but hold on, let me interrupt you because you said something the other day that's very relevant to what he just said. So, honey, they have 100 people working today. And what Tom said, and he's right, we're paying all those people. That's where the cost of this comes in, right, Tom?
Yes, sir. And the other thing is some of these people are going to be working overtime because I mean, you think of the total number of votes out of Allegheny County. They're coming in at 7 in the morning and leaving at 7 at night. So all of those costs, some of them are overtime. It's not their fault, but all of those costs by law are required to be picked up by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So the counties get reimbursed, but it's potentially, so I've been saying $1 million, and I think you told me the other day, Kim Ward said it might be as high as 3. So
how does it work when they have to count them on a different machine than they were originally counted? Where do those other machines come from?
That's a really good question. So in most counties, they have a different type of machine available to do machines to do that. Just think about it in Allegheny County. They have to have 100 different machines to do that. So it's you run them through the one system on election night, and if there's this recount, in order to make sure that those numbers were right, you've got to run them through a different series. So Allegheny County has the equipment, and they have the people running these things. They're running 100 at a time. It's unbelievable. And but in some of these smaller counties, they don't have them, and so when they don't have the equipment, then they actually do the different method they use is they do a hand recount.
Wow.
So in some of the real small counties, they've done that, and some of that's underway. Most counties do have some equipment. It's usually not as much as Allegheny County has. So smaller counties like Beaver and Butler and Lawrence and so on would have some equipment, but not as much as Allegheny would have. But they're very efficient around here. Most of the issues coming out of this campaign are coming from eastern Pennsylvania, not western Pennsylvania.
Tom King, Republican attorney, you've been a great friend, man, and the content has been rich every single day, and a lot of folks have really appreciated it, my man. Stay on. We're going to stay on until this bad boy's finally over.
Well, thank you both, and I'm happy to do it, and I'm looking forward to Senator-elect McCormick being sworn in at some point. So, but thanks for having me, and appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
He's the absolute best. Probably top 5 in the country, Republican lawyers. He's a king. Get it? Tom King, good to be the king. Get it? No one's ever used that before. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
What's up is some paving, Marty. This is happening down in Collier Township, and since this project kicked off yesterday, PennDOT has tweaked the hours during which you'll find crews doing the work on the road. You'll find a single lane restriction on westbound Route 50 between the I-79 interchange and the intersection with Vanadium Road. This is until Friday the 22nd, and those of you familiar with that area know it's a busy stretch of highway, even on a good day without paving crews. Today, those paving crews will be working until 6 p.m., and then they'll be out again tomorrow and Friday, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Weather permitting, at times you will find slow traffic as you exit I-79 toward the intersection with Route 50. Those ramps are getting a little bit congested at times. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
We all want more. More laughs. More hangouts. More, this is the best takeout ever. Excuse me. But if you're 75 or older or 60 or older with certain health conditions, you've also got more risk of getting seriously sick from RSV. But an RSV vaccine lowers your risk, so you can keep doing more of the stuff you love.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov.
Do you have shoeboxes full of old videotapes and photos with memories you'd love to share with the family this Christmas? Right now, get exclusive early access to Legacy Box's biggest deal of the year. Digitize your memories for just $9 per tape. That's right, only $9 to preserve and share your precious moments. VHS, VHS-C, Hi-8, film reels, and more, saving you over $15 per item. Not to mention, when you digitize your memories now, Legacy Box sends all your memories back on the cloud, so they're easy to access by Christmas, and you can relive them with your family just in time for the holidays. You've heard about Legacy Box all year, but now is the best time to digitize your memories. Hurry, this $9 deal won't last long.
Head to legacybox.com/value for early access to our best deal of the year. Don't wait. Secure your digitized memories by Christmas at legacybox.com/value.
The KDKA Radio High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, is back. Saturday, it's wire-to-wire coverage of the WPIAL Championships starting at 11.
Presented by Coons Quality Foods, the official supermarket of high school football on KDKA. M7 Sports, the official sports complex training facility and recruiting management of high school football. AHN Sports Medicine takes you from sidelined to standout. Call 412-DOCTORS to book an appointment. Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you, there will be soon. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Shape your future. AllegiantFCU.org.
High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There's breaking news all day long from around the world, and sometimes all that noise makes it hard to hear about what's happening right here at home. With the free Odyssey app, getting your local news plus breaking news is easy. And even when you're not near a radio, stay connected with what's going on right here by listening live and push alerts. Just download the free Odyssey app and search and follow your local news station, and you're good to go. The local breaking news to get you through your day at your fingertips on the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours. And Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. There is no limit. Universal Windows Direct, 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
For great deals, just in time for the holidays, shop Shorkey Kia's Black Friday Bash. New 2024 Kia Telluride, popular 7-passenger, and now up to an incredible $5,000 off MSRP. Offering great price, value, and warranty is what we do. Your deal, your way. What a great day. Kia's #1 volume Kia dealer, ShorkeyKia.com. With approved credit, includes all applicable factory rebates and dealer discounts. Based on December 2023 sales volume in Pennsylvania. See dealer for complete details. Offer expires 11/30/24.
Monticello's is a great place for the holidays. Whether you're a party of 2 or 200, reserve a private room at one of Monticello's 6 North Hills locations. Check out their holiday party menu online at monticellos.com. Sandwich rings, veggie platters, meat and cheese platters, lasagna, slow-cooked roast beef, chicken wings, or chicken piccata, and of course pizza. They have it all. And everything is fresh at Monticello's, serving Pittsburgh over 45 years. Be sure to ask about gift cards, the perfect holiday present.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Tom from Texas asks, I'm 46 and currently contributing to my 401k, which I have been for the past 18 years. My employer recently offered a Roth 401k option as well. I don't know if I should keep putting money into the pre-tax 401k or whether I should start using the Roth option. Okay, Tom, given that you have been making 18 years of pre-tax contributions, I'm going to assume there's a good chunk of money in there. So, sure, I think it would be a good idea to start mixing in some Roth assets. I hope that helps.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive offers a great price and around-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundled today at Progressive.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Next hour, we're talking about volunteer fire departments. Sweetheart, do you know anyone? Do you know anyone that's a volunteer firefighter? Anyone?
I do.
Who?
My friend, he lives in Mount Lebanon. He's a Mount Lebanon volunteer firefighter.
So you know one?
One.
How old?
It. Like 50s.
Okay, that's young for the.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Mount
it is.
Lebanon, we have a hybrid department, so they pay some people, they don't pay others.
Right.
So there's someone always in the house. There is a nasty, dangerously low shortage of volunteers. In some departments, I'm not exaggerating. The youngest firefighter, 65. Patrick, we've seen this, man. We've seen dudes on trucks that are in their 70s.
And these are the departments where those are the only people.
So
There's
true.
no other alternative.
Honey, there have been fires where one guy shows up.
Wow.
And look, I'm not picking on anyone because I don't do it. What happened is our culture changed. When my father was growing up, everybody was a volunteer firefighter. It's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
Now we have 9 jobs. We have soccer. We have people don't have time.
Yeah.
And fentanyl. No one understands this, but these men and women, because of the drug overdoses, they now administer fentanyl. So, sweetheart, 4 nights a week at 2 in the morning, they're at a house in wherever, saving someone's life with fentanyl. 2 things. They're getting wiped out from it, tired, and it's wiping out their budgets.
The EMTs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And the volunteer firefighters.
Oh, I see both. Right.
So we're going to talk about that in the next hour. It's very disheartening. It's hard to wrap your arms around the disparity. At some point, there's going to be mandated funding for fire departments in smaller communities, especially rural, man.
Well, and then in this area where there's so many small towns and they're all separate, that adds more complication just because you have all this infrastructure now that, you have for each small town.
I don't know, and I mean this, I don't know one volunteer firefighter, and I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just think it's become outdated.
It sounds like it used to be sort of a social thing in addition to, helping your community.
It was.
But like you said, I mean, men, especially these days, roles have changed. They're definitely more involved in the child rearing.
Yep.
They're often working 2 jobs. The mom is working 2, so maybe the dad has to be home instead of, the mom being there. It's a lot of cultural shifts that have changed that have probably led to this.
They have lost over 150,000 volunteer firefighters in Pennsylvania in 10 years. It's insane. We're going to talk about it next hour. It's important stuff.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Don't miss Fairy Tale of New York live at Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall on December 12th. Don't miss the ultimate Irish-themed Christmas concert. And just when you think the party couldn't get any better, this world-class concert performs the greatest Irish sing-along songs of all time. Imagine a St. Patrick's Day party on Christmas Day. Fairy Tale of New York, December 12th. Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall in Munhall. Get advance tickets at librarymusichall.com. Another Drusky Entertainment event.
So, we are now suffering in the Griffin house from the appliance breakdown curse. I'm not exaggerating. We've had to replace both refrigerators same weekend. Now, a washer and a dryer within a month. Now, this morning, the dishwasher. It's the curse. But you know what? Voss TV will be there to fix it. Voss TV put in the new appliances. Amazing service, amazing company. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 62 degrees and mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. Today is the day when all 67 counties must have begun their recount in the U.S. Senate race. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the latest.
The U.S. Senate recount between incumbent Democratic Senator Bob Casey and Republican David McCormick is underway at the Allegheny County Elections Division with several big screen monitors, 90 cameras, and 100 county employees participating in the process. David Voy, Allegheny County Elections Manager, explains the scanning process.
The individuals using these precinct scanners, yes, it's an individual ballot. You're scanning one at a time. On the high-speed scanners, you can put in a stack of maybe 50 or 75 at a time.
So what happens if there are issues or problems with the rescanning process?
Obviously, we'll have to look into them, see if it was human error, before any judgment is made. If we needed to rescan those ballots, we could.
Voice says he expects to wrap things up by tomorrow. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Another gun confiscated at the airport this morning. The TSA says a man from Indiana, PA, told them he had no idea how the loaded .380 got into his carry-on bag. It's now the 38th weapon confiscated this year at Pittsburgh International. Allegheny County Council met for nearly 5 hours last night with more than 100 people speaking during the public comments period to say they were in favor of County Executive Sarah Inamorato's proposed $2.2 million increase in property taxes. Nearly 200 people signed up for the meeting. Stephanie Easom of Human Services Center, Mon Valley in Turtle Creek was among those in favor of the hike.
Any reduction in funding will be catastrophic for all of our clients, workforce, and partner agencies, as this would greatly diminish service delivery to the greatest number of low-income youth and adults.
Today is President Biden's birthday. CBS's Linda Kenyon reports from the White House.
The president turns 82 today, making him the oldest sitting president ever to serve in the White House. His age became an issue during the campaign and ultimately led to his decision not to continue. His poor showing during his debate with then former President Donald Trump ultimately accelerated his decision to bow out. Biden has often joked about his age, saying he's 40 times 2 plus 1. But now he'll have to say plus 2. When Trump returns to the White House in January, he will become the oldest president ever to take office. He is 78. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 29 points. The Nasdaq is down 116. The S&P 500 lower by 29 points. In KDK Sports, the Pens lose to the Lightning last night 3-2 in overtime. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDK Radio News Time 11:03. Time to call Goodrich & Geist. Get the good guys. Goodrich & Geist, Pittsburgh's personal injury attorneys. It is mostly cloudy and 62 degrees in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
Look, Julian Gray and I became good friends when my parents passed. And in those difficult times, I'll tell you what he did. He got us through it. Seriously, with estate planning, unbelievable. With managing the taxes, unbelievable. With a will, unbelievable. This is what they do, folks. They're certified elder law attorneys, and they are committed to helping you with legal issues and protecting your family. Julian Gray is the best I've ever known. I have gone in his office in a frenzy, worried about taxes, about the estate, about how to manage money, about how to manage my future. And Julian Gray and his people answer those questions. They're the best going. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com, 412-458-6000, 412-458-6000. The best. Folks, it's Marty. Disruptions are coming to Medicare Part D. Any idea what the Inflation Reduction Act means to your prescription coverage? I have no idea. But my friends at MediConnect have the answers for you and your Medicare coverage and your prescription coverage. Call MediConnect. It's free. We've got a skip-the-line offer. Get the coverage you need fast. Call MediConnect today, 888-818-6334, 888-818-6334. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. We have crews in the final stages of clearing an earlier accident on Route 51, Clareton Boulevard in West Mifflin Borough, right in front of the entrance to the Old Century 3 Mall, so do watch out for that. We also have a vehicle fire for you reported on Forsyth Road near Normandy Court in Collier Township, PA, so watch for first responders headed to that accident scene. Elsewhere around the mid-morning, well, you still have some delays on the Parkway West. They back you on the front side of Green Tree Hill as you try to fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. You're getting in line on the Parkway East with just a touch on the brakes right before the inbound Squirrel Hill Tunnel portal. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Some sunshine will give way to clouds this afternoon, but it will be very mild. Look for a little rain at times during the afternoon hours as well. High 67. Tonight, cloudy and colder with a couple of rain showers and a low of 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You want the perfect Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night? Seriously, Oakmont. With the Oakmont Restaurant King, JK. 2 spots. Started out Saturday night at Vinny's. Insane appetizers, drinks. Right next door, Michael A's for dinner. Unbelievable handmade, homemade Italian food. Vinny's, Michael A's, Oakmont. Check it out. It rocks.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
The most incredible sale of the year is on right now at Diamonds Direct. Save an extra 20% store-wide. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, and designer jewelry. It's our biggest store-wide sale of the year. This weekend only, shop never-before-seen pieces, plus designers' appearances in the store. Save an extra 20% on Diamonds Direct's already unbeatable prices. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off this Friday through Sunday. For the best selection, quality, and price, shop direct. Diamonds Direct. For details, visit diamondsdirect.com.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give your loved ones peace of mind on the road with a AAA gift membership for only $35. That's a full year of AAA's legendary roadside assistance. And as part of this special radio offer, you'll also receive a free $20 gift card. AAA will always be there if they're in need of a tow, run out of gas, or have a flat tire. AAA has them covered as a driver or passenger in any car, not just their own. Stop by your local AAA branch or visit online at AAA.com/gift. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? Anyone out there know a volunteer firefighter? Anyone? Man, I've been to fires where there's 2 guys show up from a volunteer. It's an American tragedy. Check this out. Of the more than 1 million firefighters in America, 65% are volunteers. Without them, we're done, man. And check this out. And I threw that number out there because it's so crazy what's happened. When I was young, being a volunteer firefighter was kind of cool. Everyone's dad was a volunteer firefighter. You would go to a firehouse, and it would be packed with guys. I'm not trying to be sexist here, but it was always guys. It was social. They were highly trained. They loved their job. And now the numbers are, let me throw these numbers at you. It's crazy. I was even shocked when I saw this. So since the 1970s, which is when I was young, and I remember these numbers, there were 370,000 firefighters, volunteers in Pennsylvania. 370,000. Just guess how many there are right now. Guess. 38,000. legit. It's bad. And the ones that do it are the best. My man Dennis Lane is one of my favorite photographers at KD, and he's a volunteer firefighter. I used to talk to him about it all the time. He just loved it. The camaraderie, saving lives, and I think he was an expert also in fireworks. One of his people is Mike Danaher. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Mike, give us your title.
I'm the chief of the Southern Allegheny Valley Emergency Services, which is the recent merger of the Aspinwall and Sharpsburg volunteer fire departments.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to say that. Without these sorts of mergers, we're really in bad shape, are we not, Mike?
We are certainly are.
Hey, Mike, I've been to fires, I'm not exaggerating, where one or two guys shows up in a truck. It gets kind of dangerous sometimes, doesn't it, sir?
It sure does.
What's happened? What's happened to this great avocation? What's happened?
Well, what's happened is parents are busy with families.
Right.
You've got, unlike when you were growing up, you have two working parents now that have a lot of commitments. And so you have that. The other side of it is the required number of hours of training. Truly not required by law, but required as a standard in the industry of having 220 hours of firefighting. So that's modules 1 through 4 and a Firefighter 1 pro board test that we administer to all of our new recruits, which require 220 hours of training.
Wow.
So it's a pretty significant investment in their time and their family's commitment as well.
Man, Mike, I'm sitting there thinking, how the hell would I find that time? You must struggle finding people that can commit like that, sir.
We do. Now, the blessing with the merger is the attention that we got from it. We've had several new folks that joined, and one of our firefighters just finished her Firefighter 1 this past Saturday. Her name's Rachel, and she did a great job, and we're lucky to get a young person. She worked at Children's Hospital, and those type of people are really, really hard to find. But through the attention that we've gotten with the merger, we were able to get a few new folks, and we're recruiting all the time. And not all of our residents or all our members live in our own communities. Some of them live in the city of Pittsburgh. Or surrounding communities. And that's something that not just advocating for our own department, but all volunteer fire departments. So maybe it's where you work or where you have a friend based. That's obviously a possibility in most departments throughout the county.
Mike Danaher, Southern Allegheny Valley EMS. So a recent fire, man, at this poorhouse in Carnegie. I know a bunch of guys, and they initially had a shortage of firefighters. And then they had problems with the hydrants, which is another issue in these old towns, is it not?
Oh, certainly is. Aging infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
And many of the communities cause undersized. So oftentimes you have development that happens and infrastructure isn't built to match the size of the development that has happened. We just had a fire yesterday, and it was the middle of the afternoon. And when our department got there, we had 8 people, but we only had between the 3 departments there, we only had about a dozen people until other departments were alerted to come in, and it's pretty challenging. And subsequently, 2 firefighters went to the hospital with injuries yesterday because of that.
Hey, Mike, Denny Lane sent me this note, and I think it's fascinating with these mergers. Because this apparatus, what does a truck cost? Is it $900,000? You can.
Well, we have a rescue truck that we're in the process of financing now. It's $1.3 million.
Whoa!
Yeah. So the price of a fire truck has exceeded $1 million.
How do you survive that way? How do you get that apparatus? How do you manage, sir?
Well, we've been blessed that through the whole merger, we've worked very closely with the boroughs of Aspinwall and Sharpsburg and our elected officials and our managers. And we sat down wanting to do the merger, which was free and open by all our members. They're the ones that want to initiate it, and we give them all the credit in the world to be forward thinking. And with nothing but support from both our managers and our fire department. And one of the challenges, like, hey, listen, folks, we can't run 609 calls a year and also expect us to fundraise for millions and millions of dollars of equipment. And they were very fortunate that they went to the residents, levied a tax increase to help support the operational costs. And then starting in 2025, helping us cover the cost of the capital expense. So we still do some fundraising. We have our Cash Bash in January, coming up on the 25th. That as well as our Fish Fry and our annual fund drive that's underway right now.
It's unbelievable.
And those three events help us support more of our recruitment and retention that we use those dollars for that. So fortunately, the unilaterally walk between our municipalities, managers, and fire departments were able to work together to do that.
Hey, man, can you hang for a few minutes? This is important stuff.
Sure.
I had no idea they go on 600-plus calls, and then they have to fundraise, and then they have real jobs. It's crazy. Hold on, man. This is important stuff. We got to talk. Wow. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
What's up is, Marty, we actually have good news as we look out over the traffic for folks who are about to maybe make a midday commute, if you will. Coming out of the Allegheny Valley on Route 28 or coming south on 279 from 79 in Butler County, points north, everything is rolling along nicely for you. Parkway East inbound 376 ahead of those Squirrel Hill tunnels. Throughout the day, we usually have fluctuating traffic with backups of varying sizes. Right now, that ride is a good one. No problems heading right through those Squirrel Hill tunnels. A little bit of a delay for you on the Parkway West inbound. It's backing right around the runaway truck sand pile as you head into the Fort Pitt tunnels. If you have to head outbound on the Parkway West toward Pittsburgh International Airport, it is a good ride for you right now. With a AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
If fashion is your thing, eBay is it. eBay's where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay's my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay. The place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, friends, it's Marty. Beat the crowds. Shop Black Friday now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores. Robert Levin and his team are giving you the opportunity to get the lowest prices of the year on furniture and mattresses. Take an extra 25% off store-wide. Shop living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, starting at only $297, plus 5 years special financing with no money down. Black Friday is happening now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores. Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works.
Oakmont Bakery. This award-winning bakery is located just off the Holton Bridge. Allow Oakmont Bakery to create the centerpiece for your Thanksgiving table. The great pumpkin 3D tort, rich pumpkin cheesecakes, perfectly spiced pumpkin pie, moist pumpkin cheese roll cake, the understandably famous Oakmonter, the 2-layer gorgeous pumpkin spice cake. Whatever you choose, your guests will know the dessert was not an afterthought. The bakers and decorators are baking around the clock to guarantee you an endless display of incredible cakes, pies, cookies, breads, and rolls to complement your Thanksgiving feast. The counter staff has been increased to reduce your wait time. Order online at oakmontbakery.com by Sunday, November 24th. And remember, at Oakmont Bakery, we create delicious memories.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Loyalty has its rewards at your neighborhood Parmar store. See for yourself. Download the Parmar Stores app today and find deals, coupons, and earn points to get free groceries. Dan Zangrilli reminding you that if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Talking about volunteer fire departments and members. Back in the day in the 70s, had 370,000. Now there are 38,000. Mike Danaher, Southern Allegheny Valley EMS. Mike, that's kind of frightening to hear. Does this jeopardize public safety, sir?
It absolutely is, because, during daylight calls when most people are working, it's very challenging to get crews. We're very fortunate with our department that some of our borough workers that work for Borough Asphalt, they're permitted to respond to fire calls during the daytime. So it allows our department to have, with other folks that work swing shift, that we're able to get multiple apparatuses out in the middle of the daytime. And yesterday was a testament to that as well. If we hadn't had that, we'd have really been in trouble, because the other mutual aid department that really provided a lot of support yesterday as well, Aetna, they're the same way. Their public works members are able to respond as well. And that's really a lifeline to have during daylight calls.
Hey, Mike, and then I hear about this. You handle all the accidents on 28, right?
We do. So yesterday we had a fire. We were tied up multiple hours in the afternoon. We started the morning out and ended the night, at 1 o'clock in the morning with a flipped over car on Route 28.
Wow.
So we do respond to, and actually the accidents on 28 are up by about 15% this year, which is ironic with all the improvements that were made on the highway.
Man, and 600 calls a year, man. Wow.
Yep, 609 times. 609 calls last year, and we'll probably slightly increase that this year. So that means 609 times our members left their families.
It's unbelievable.
Got up in the middle of the night, got in a truck, drove to the station, responded to whatever it is, not just fires. A lot of them are public service calls, so helping a lift assist with the EMS. Somebody that, they left the pilot went out in their stove and they smell a little gas. It's all those things.
Don't you get the fentanyl overdose calls too?
That's the EMS. We only get called for that to help with like lift assist. But our EMS partners are actually have dealt with a lot of that. So absolutely, lots and lots of challenges, and the call volume is for all volunteer fire departments has gone through the roof, because people, when they have a problem, the first thing they do is dial 911.
True.
Their toilet's leaking, you name it, we had the call. And we do our best to be good residents and help mitigate whatever the challenge may be with their problems.
So coming to this point, at some point, and there's discussion about this for decades because it keeps getting worse, there's going to have to be some sort of tax base that funds, like Mount Lebanon works well because they have a hybrid department where you're guaranteed cash flow. You're guaranteed men and or women in the firehouse with some supplement. And without that, some communities will go without any protection. Isn't that accurate to say? At some point, we have to make sure you have cash flow.
Yep, and it's going to create regionalization. And that was really what our vision was. We started the merger. We invited all of our local municipalities and departments to have a meeting, and we met with the public officials first. We met with the departments and gave them 6 months opportunity to join in to help form the new organization. They opted not to do that, and that's fine.
Hold on. I want to jump in there, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but I've been in small towns where there are 3 volunteer fire departments within half a mile, and they all want their turf, and they all got to stay the chief. Doesn't some of it become this ego thing, sir, and don't we have to bust through that?
Yeah, we absolutely do. Absolutely. And that's we were able to do that. So the folks that are in leadership roles in the department now, weren't necessarily in the leadership roles in the previous administration. Both myself and Deputy Chief Tessier were both assistant chiefs previously.
I see.
And now we have Chief Costanza and Chief Marsico, who were the previous chiefs, are now our assistant chiefs, which is so wonderful. Those guys have done nothing but mentor JC and myself and really help cultivate the younger folks into leadership roles, that they're willing to step aside and try to cultivate the whole department. Because if you don't have a chain of firefighters and officers that are capable of leading as people roll through the organization, you're never going to survive. So we give a lot of accolades to those guys for providing their leadership as well.
I'd love to see folks care more, but it's not that they don't care, my man. You mentioned that they have so much going on. They have 2 jobs. They got soccer. They got volleyball, swimming, and so they don't care about firefighters until they have a fire at their house. And at some point, this will have to be legislated so that there's a guaranteed revenue and professional firefighters so that these departments don't go away, and then we'll have there are communities that have very, very little protection. Is that not accurate?
Oh, absolutely. No question about it.
Man, it's dangerous. Thanks, brother. You've been the best, man. It's great stuff.
And they have no idea, and if people want to join, our website's station102.org. Or if you can't join and want to support our annual fund drives going on right now, or you can support our Cash Bash January 25th. And each department has a website. We implore folks to reach out to your local department. If you can't get a hold of somebody, reach out to us. We're happy to connect you to any of those departments as well.
Would love to. Tell us about this event one more time.
So we have our annual Cash Bash January 25th. It's our largest fundraiser, and tickets can be purchased on our website, station102.org. And if I could also throw one plug in, my day job, I work for Camp Guy Institute of Boy Scouts America, and we have our annual Christmas in the Camp on Saturday, November 30th, which is a ride-through holiday display. We'd love to have people come out and join us for that as well.
Chief, you're the best, man. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Anytime.
Really appreciate it. It's unbelievably important. Just hear that number. They went from 370,000 to right now under 40,000. It's bad. It's real. I have been at fires where 2 people show up on one truck, and that ain't enough. Ever.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Celebrate the holidays with Oliver Flowers. Family owned for 95 years. Always open for easy ordering at oliverflowers.com, where you'll find arrangements, orchid plants, European gardens, and more gift ideas too. Go to oliverflowers.com today.
Hey folks, Marty here. Your home is likely the biggest investment you'll make, and your roof is the most important part of your home. So, when you need a new roof, choose the region's roofing leader, NASCO Roofing. While fall is here, NASCO works and plans year-round. They're the best. Roofs are all NASCO does, and they're experts. Let NASCO exceed your expectations. Superior work and service. Most jobs done in a day. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 63 degrees and mostly cloudy at 11:30. I'm David Ballarado. Effective immediately, all milk produced on Pennsylvania farms must be tested to try to prevent the spread of avian flu. The Department of Agriculture says no cattle have been detected to have the disease within the Commonwealth, but the mandatory testing and quarantine order goes into effect today. The precautionary bulk testing will be done by the state at no cost to farmers. Governor Josh Shapiro signed some bills giving companion animals PFA protections. Sam Alwish, treasurer of the Humane Action Pittsburgh, tells us this is a huge win not only for the animals but for everyone involved.
Over 70% of people who are abused report that their partner threatened, harmed, or killed their pet. So this was a big consideration for a lot of folks who were undergoing abuse. This allows them to now have their animal included in the protection for abuse.
House Bill 1210 was spearheaded by separate representatives Christina Sapri of Chester and Natalie Mihalik of Allegheny County. Today is the final day of Haul to Pit as Odyssey, Pit Athletics, Giant Eagle, and PGT Trucking team up to help the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Brian Goulash says November and December are typically the months that are needed most, but demand is now high year-round.
These would be the months where in the past couple years we would distribute 4 to 4.25 million pounds of food, but we're doing that on average every month now.
Paul Alexander will broadcast his show this afternoon from the Market District at Settlers Ridge beginning at 2 o'clock. You're asked to buy some extra items to donate on-site to fill the truck that's there to help benefit the food bank. On Wall Street right now, we continue to see losses across the board. The Dow is down 159 points. The Nasdaq is more than 1% lower, so it's down 194 points, and the S&P 500 dropping 47 points. KDK Radio News Time, 11:31. Our next update's at noon. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Let's talk about turning back the clock. Really, turning back the clock. Awaken 180 Golden has always been a game changer for weight loss for those ages 60 and over. But now we're talking about age reversal, both body and mind. Feeling like you did 10, even 20 years ago. Feel sharper, more agile, stronger, and mentally on top of your game. How? In addition to fast, proven weight loss for those over 60, Awaken 180 Gold now includes sleep coaching, falling asleep quicker, staying asleep, daily meal plans, yes, simplicity, and most importantly, natural supplements designed to promote brain age and physical age reversal. It's a full reboot to improve your memory, clarity, energy, and yes, of course, weight loss. Awaken 180 Golden isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling incredible on the inside, too. Learn how Awaken 180 Golden can turn back the clock for you. Put more life back in your life with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
All of November at G&G Fitness Equipment. Take advantage of our Black Friday sale and our best deals of the year. Deals from top manufacturers like Matrix, True Fitness, and Gronk Fitness. Offering free delivery and install on select items and 0% financing options. Now is the time to purchase the gift of fitness for your dream gym. Visit us at the nearest G&G Fitness Equipment location and save big.
Falling and so are the prices at Bowser Hyundai. Fall into savings with the 2024 Hyundai Elantra SE. It's the perfect ride for all your autumn adventures. And for a limited time, get 0% APR for 48 months on the 24 Elantra SE. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Before you buy anywhere else, get to BowserHyundai.com. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $464 applies with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends November 30th. Now that's the power of Bowser. That's the power of Bowser. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
I'm here for PJ Fitzpatrick. Have you been dreaming of a new shower to replace your slippery old tub? PJ Fitzpatrick can install a low-threshold or low-entry, fully customized jacuzzi shower system in just one day. It is surprisingly affordable and comes with a lifetime guarantee. Trust me, a happy bath makes for a happy life. Better yet, trust PJ. Visit trustpj.com to set up a free design consultation and take advantage of the fall promotions. That's trustpj.com. TrustPJ.com.
Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a 0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's going on out there?
What's going on out there is it's kind of quiet, Marty, so it does give us a chance to let folks know where they will find road crews today. Heads up in Mount Lebanon, where tree removal could cause traffic tie-ups for you today through Friday, actually. Weather permitting, watch for single-lane restriction on Connor Road near Oregon Trail. That's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. Also in East Pittsburgh, heads up today around crews inspecting a railroad structure over Electric Avenue. You'll find a single alternating lane of traffic on Electric Avenue between the Triborough Expressway and Dynamo Alley from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be balmy with some sun followed by cloud. Look for a little rain at times this afternoon, a high 67. Breezy this evening, then cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hey, that volunteer fire department thing is really bad. My boy Joey's right. Any community that has any money, Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair, all of them, they should have to, and Mount Lebanon does. We have paid and volunteer, and it works amazingly well. They're insanely good at it. And I know we also write checks for them every year because they do an amazing job. I'm not a lazy guy. I just sit here and think, and I was talking to Patrick about this. I just don't know when the hell I would do it. And maybe that's me copping out. But I do have 2, sometimes 3 jobs. I do have kids that I drive around. I do have a wife that gets home late. But that's just an excuse. There are men and women that do it. What about you, man? You don't have... I mean, have you ever thought of it?
Once upon a time, but with the hours we keep and how we respond to things,
no, I'm
in
with
the media
you.
over our careers.
Now, do you guys have paid and volunteer?
So that is my fire department there.
Yeah.
So
do they have any paid? Is it all volunteer?
I thought there were a couple of paid. I don't think so.
No, I think you're right.
I think it's all volunteer still. But what did change is the municipalities now are collecting taxes from us that live in the community that are paying for the equipment, and it's not just 100% fundraising.
And they're trying to work out a deal where the workers from that community can actually, while they're on the job, go and help fight a fire, which they had happen yesterday, as he said.
Yes. Well, our public works director was the fire chief for Aspinwall before.
And you mentioned it this morning, and he agreed with you. So they're getting really beat up by accidents on 20. So they got to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then accidents on 28.
Yeah. Accidents on 28. They also do mutual aid for other fire departments. So if there's a fire in Etna, if there's a fire in O'Hara, if there's a fire in Fox Chapel, they respond.
And drum roll, please. Then, brother, they have to go to their quote-unquote real job.
Yeah, or they have to leave their real job to go save someone's life and then go back to work.
By the way, to Patrick's point, I've been at fires where a guy, swear to God, guy pulls up in a Lexus wearing a suit and then throws on the fire gear and gets to work. It's absolutely amazing what people do for their communities, and I respect and admire the hell out of it. But to the Chief's point, to Patrick's point, and I've done some research on this, at some point, there's going to have to be some law that says this is how much money is going to this, and this is the protection you're getting. Because generally what happens, Patrick, and we've seen this in our careers, no disrespect to anyone, is someone dies. And then they say, what the hell happened here?
And we don't normally see change until something happens.
That's right.
Not just someone dying, but when your homeowner's insurance gets either canceled or doubled or tripled.
By the way, that happens. By the way, that happens.
Because there's not sufficient fire service coverage.
And the chief mentioned this, and I've seen this. We did a report. I pulled all this data on fire hydrants because of what the chief said and what I've seen face-to-face, a lot of infrastructure. These men and women pull up to a fire at 3 in the morning and the damn hydrant does not work. And I've seen that a lot because everything's old. It's a hell of a problem, man. And there's no immediate solution. My boy Joey, who I love, he nailed it. Any borough or community that is wealthy should have paid fire employees. It's just my opinion. You're right. At some point, Joey, because people like to whine and complain about such things, it will be mandated. As Patrick's saying, they're making you guys pay some tax dollars towards this.
Yeah, we willingly said, yes, please do this. Absolutely. And we'll still keep donating for the fundraisers and do those things.
And by the way, I've seen this also in my career. It gets this weird ego thing in these small towns. I have been in small towns where you'll drive, I'm not exaggerating, a mile, there'll be 3 fire departments. And the chief wants to say the chief, and they still want their trucks, and it's just tough, man. And it's also dangerous, and it's also taxing physically. And I don't know if people were listening, the training can be 200 hours. Who the hell? No disrespect to them. Who the hell has 200 hours to train? No one. Hold on, man. Go ahead.
And for safety, you have to do this training.
You do, man.
It may not be legally required by state law, but the ones that do it right make sure that they keep up on that training.
From my boy John, and he nails it here. From someone who was a volunteer fire police officer for 5 years, this is actually spot on. One issue that was always in the back of my mind was potential personal liability. Right on. Risk of being sued. Right on. Also, this is even more relevant, the risk of losing your life while directing traffic on I-79 due to distracted drivers. It's true, man. It's true. And my boy Ken, none of the kids, this is actually really important, none of our kids, Patrick, see, I saw it growing up, my father saw it growing up, none of our kids ever say, hey, Dad, I want to be a volunteer. None, ever.
No, and I talked to my kid about this a couple of months ago. We were talking to one of the fire guys. They were in the neighborhood investigating a big gas leak, and we talked about it. And between his classes at 2 different schools,
job,
sports, football,
right on. It's crazy.
He doesn't have the time or the desire to do it.
Yeah, this is all over the country. It's bad, man. Barry, go ahead, my man. How have you been?
I've been well, Marty. Long time no talk to.
Yeah.
I've been a volunteer firefighter for 43 years.
Wow.
And I believe that I'm 3rd on the list of number of calls made. I still work 3 days a week, even though with all my health issues.
Yeah. By the way, you nearly died during COVID. Is that fair to say?
I did.
Yeah, I remember.
I did.
Yeah, you're one of my favorite callers. Go ahead.
Now I got cancer. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. So anyway,
well, hold on.
Hold
on. What kind?
Yeah. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's called Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia, and it's not curable. But it's treatable, and I have a decent quality of life. It's day by day. You take chemo every day. It's pretty rough. You know how chemo is.
So hold on, my man. This is why I love him. So you are getting chemo, which makes you sick, and you're still a volunteer firefighter.
I am.
That's why I love you, man.
I am. Yeah, it's something, it gets in your blood. You just love to help people. You love to help, the community. And, I'm safety officer and chaplain. Safety officer, I watch out for the members out on the fire ground, and chaplain, I watch out for what happens after. Because a lot of things we see, we wish we could forget. You know what I mean?
So why is it so hard, my brother, to get folks to want to do what you're doing?
Time, absolutely. When I first joined, the instructor said it's a pie of life. You only got so many pieces in life you can budget your time to. And And
right.
yeah, you got work, you got kids, you got, like you said, sports. You got your family's usually number one.
So and how old are you? I forgot.
68.
Okay, so my man is 68 years old, has cancer, and you're still going on fires.
I do. Fires, accidents.
You're unbelievable.
Yeah, accidents. Yeah, the accidents are bad, and then the overdoses. Our mutual aid ambulance takes care of them. But when you give somebody Narcan, they wake up angry. They want to absolutely hurt you because you ruined their high.
I've seen it. And it's also very expensive.
You have.
Yeah.
You have, yeah. So, yeah, it's dangerous out there. But it gets in your blood. And like I said, the two guys that have more calls than me are retired. One's older. Wow. One's my age. But, yeah, and the firefighter one, as far as that, the guy that called you stole my thunder is a liability issue. Firefighter one and that.
Great.
You know, everybody wants to sue and everybody wants to.
True.
So, you know, it's like, yeah, your personal liabilities out there, the department's liabilities out there. First thing I ask you is on the stand is, do you have any training? You've got any firefighter certification?
Excellent point.
And like you said, no. And if you say no, then they always go out. You know, it's horrible.
Hey, at some point, do you agree with me? It'll have to be mandated funding. Some point, pretty soon, next 10 years.
Absolutely, we got a lot of support from our borough residents through half meal tax. And then
this is more common.
with that, like you said, the fire apparatus is $500 to $1 million.
Look, guys, the one truck was $1.4 million.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And you got the fundraising. You know,
oh geez,
who wants to join an organization? You don't get paid, and you got to work. You got to go fundraise. You got to pay for your building. Who wants to do that?
That's why I love you, man. Barry, you're the best, man. Stay in touch with me, man.
I will, brother.
That's great stuff. It's really important what he just said, and it really, really makes sense to me. This is vital. Wow. My man is 68, still fighting fires, and he has cancer. He has chemo. Anyone out there been sick from chemo? It's horrendous. Wow. It's a hell of a man. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is we have an accident now. This on the south side, 25th and James Street. So do watch out for crews on the scene there and some slow-go traffic for you around that. As we often see on the parkways, there is fluctuating backup for you. The Parkway West inbound is now stacking on the front side of Green Tree Hill with the heaviest stuff beginning for you at the Parkway Center Mall area down into those Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound toward the airport, it's a good ride. No worries for you there. Parkway East inbound now has generated a little bit of a delay as you approach that Squirrel Hill tunnel. You're lining up at Edgewood Swissvale on that westbound or inbound side. 28 looks like a good ride, as does the Parkway North I-279. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Listeners know how much family means to me. Here's another local family that I love. Sam, Stephen, Calvin, cousins, and the owners of CNS Cousins Construction. Siding, decks, windows, doors, they do it all. It's not like calling your cousin Ted, who excelled in shop class. No, I've seen the work of CNS Cousins Construction. Call the cousins, 989-COUSINS. Sam, Steve, and Calvin, dedicated to making your vision come to life with craftsmanship and care. CNS Cousins, 989-COUSINS.
Attention veterans, you've served our country with dedication, and now it's time to make sure your health care coverage serves you. Veterans may be eligible for money back, up to $110 per month, as well as extra benefits that TRICARE and VA benefits don't cover. And there is no interruption to your current coverage. Speak with one of the benefits executives at MediConnect. Get the health care coverage that works for you. You've earned it. Now claim it. Visit MediConnectInsurance.com and tell them Pump sent you.
Woohoo! Another girls' night out. I'm so stressed from shopping, I couldn't find anything. Have you tried Shopping Jewelry Television, JTV? I don't know. Everyone in my family is so different. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles. Artisan, diamonds, pearls, colored gemstones, watches, even gift sets. I shop on TV and online.
New JTV customers save up to $40 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Now, can you relax?
Yes. Another round?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. And one thing I've learned is that you buy a house, but you make it a home. Because with every fix, update, and renovation, it becomes a little more your own. So you need all your jobs done well. For nearly 30 years, Angie has helped millions of homeowners hire skilled pros for the projects that matter. From plumbing to electrical, roof repair to deck upgrades. So leave it to the pros who will get your jobs done well. Hire high-quality certified pros at Angie.com.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours. And Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Ready for an escape from the everyday? Hi, this is Larry Richard. The Bradenton area on Florida's west coast is welcoming visitors. Their world-famous beaches have been restored to their pristine states. Beloved island businesses are bouncing back faster than expected. And their signature Floridian cuisine is just as fresh as ever. Don't wait. Start planning your visit today at BradentonGolfIslands.com.
Yo, 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 Dad is in the house. What do you call the NordVPN Black Friday deal, huh? The Block Friday deal. Because you block online threats. Black Friday, Block Friday. Get it? It's hilarious. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal and block online threats now. NordVPN is rated as outstanding on PC Mag. Just visit NordVPN.com and discover the benefits of this all-around cybersecurity tool. It will encrypt your online traffic. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro tool will defend you against web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. So improve your digital privacy and protection with one simple click. Get the special Black Friday deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Life-changing medicine is happening every day at UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute.
We have the luxury to be bold, to continue to be pioneers in the world for innovative heart care.
We are the place of discovery. Literally, the world experts in cardiac care are in this institution.
By combining technology, research, and the latest innovations, patients from all over the world come to UPMC.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers.
We offer unique heart procedures that you cannot get anywhere else.
One of our founding mantras is that compassion has to be at the forefront of everything that we do.
From leading the region in cardiac procedures to being the only center in the state to offer integrated women's health and heart care, UPMC is pioneering life-changing cardiac care every day. Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A Los Angeles law firm that had zero presence in Pittsburgh until mid-July of this year, and a staff of 20 within a week, has inked a deal for a permanent home downtown. Raines Feldman Luttrell has agreed to terms for 22,000 square feet on the 15th floor of 11 Stanwyck Street. It's been operating in temporary space on the building's 11th floor since picking off almost all of Whiteford, Taylor, and Preston's lawyers and staff. Whiteford had also been based at 11th Stanwyck. Also, earlier this month, the Business Times reported that Mach 9, a geospatial software startup that was headquartered in Bloomfield, had raised $14.4 million per a Securities and Exchange Commission filing and Pitchfork data. Now the firm has confirmed that the final seed round of $12 million, and one other important detail, it had moved to San Francisco. Mach 9 was founded in 2021 by Carnegie Mellon graduate and CEO Alexander Baikovitz and fellow CMU alumni Haween Shi. The startup's flagship product, Digital Surveyor, converts large-scale scans of areas into maps with automatically identified features such as utility poles, traffic signs, and road signs. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There's been kind of a weird, kind of a tour that Sarah Inamorato's been on. She's traveling the globe, and she's ordering people, and I have emails, one of my internal sources sent me emails where she ordered people to show up for these meetings and basically told them if they don't show up to these meetings and talk about how badly they need this 50% tax increase, they're going to lose their jobs. I have internal emails that sources revealed. People are turning on her because they don't feel as if she's being fair by suggesting that the sky is falling and the entire county is going to collapse. Last night on the publicity tour of that, the county is going to go down the tubes unless you pass a 50% tax increase. Last night it was Department of Human Services folks who said they're all going to die, in essence, unless you pass this tax increase. Today, the stopover was, well, I'll let Rick the barber tell you. Rick, what's up, man?
How are you there, Marty?
Great, my man. So, big crowd outside your barbershop today, right?
Yeah, they all met down at the Blawnox Fire Hall. I didn't know what was going on, so I started asking some of these police officers from Kennedy Township, all the way out by the airport. And I spoke to one gentleman from Tarentum, the chief, and he told me, he said, we're just here to back the Allegheny County Police Department because they back us up on calls.
Right. So here's what happened. So Sarah Inamorado says, everybody meet here down Blawnox, and I want everybody to tell you how important it is that we fund this. And then what happens is they all show up. How many departments were there today?
Oh, 20, 25?
25 departments.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
No, I saw the cars. There had to be at least, right?
Every bit of it.
And so what she did was this is her news release. Allegheny County Executive Sarah Inamorato's proposed budget includes millions of dollars to strengthen public safety and emergency preparedness. So all these men and women showed up there today to talk about how important public safety is.
I would suppose. I reckon.
Yeah. Are you convinced? Because you're a pretty smart guy. Barbers know everything. Are you convinced that the counties are going to collapse unless you help us, unless you pay 50% more in taxes, sir?
Who can? If they raise it, they're going to raise my rent. That'll put me out of business.
Right.
Nobody's going. I mean, it just trickles down to the working man. I mean, I mean, you can talk about Fox Chapel and Oakmont where I live.
Right on.
People have money there.
They do.
But a town like this or other surrounding communities, I mean, I'm from Washington County, and ours were bad enough.
Right on.
But I can't see. I don't know.
And so if they raise your taxes 50%, you're out. You're done.
Probably. Yeah,
Probably.
Because it'll make my rent go sky high.
Right on, brother. Thanks, Rick the Barber. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, sir. Happy holidays.
So I got Sam DeMarco coming on next. I have a bunch of internal memos. So this is very common, by the way, in politics. You want something to happen, and you kind of go from town to town and say, unless this passes, we're all going to die, in essence. And that's what she's doing. Today she had cops lining up, inferring and implying that they'll all be laid off unless you pay 50% more in taxes. And none of that is true. Don't miss this next hour.
Tomorrow night, we're talking about artificial intelligence, its impact on our lives and our society. Listen to our next Odyssey conversation, Artificial Revolution. Is the future automation? Tomorrow night at 8 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
You want the perfect Saturday night, Friday night, whatever night? Seriously, Oakmont. The Oakmont Restaurant King, JK. 2 spots. Started out Saturday night at Vinny's. Insane appetizers, drinks. Right next door, Michael A's for dinner. Unbelievable handmade, homemade Italian food. Vinny's, Michael A's, Oakmont. Check it out. It rocks.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 63 degrees and sunny at 12 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. Pennsylvania is preparing to require dairy processors to test milk for bird flu. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has more.
The Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture is taking a preventative measure at no cost to farmers to pinpoint and contain the source of viral infections and prevent the spread of avian flu. This testing plan was developed in close consultation with dairy and poultry farmers to minimize the impact on their operations. The measure was announced as more than 217 new cases in 3 states have been confirmed in dairy cattle in the last 30 days. Avian influenza can severely affect milk production, lead to serious illness in cows, and strain farm operations. No cattle have been detected to have the disease within the Commonwealth. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A guilty verdict in the widely publicized death of a Georgia college student. CBS News correspondent Jim Crisula reports.
26-year-old Jose Abera was charged with murder and other crimes in the February death of 22-year-old University of Georgia student Laken Riley. Athens Clark County Superior Court Judge Patrick Haggard.
Count 1, malice murder. I find the defendant guilty.
Prosecutor Sheila Ross told the judge,
there is no reasonable explanation for all of this evidence other than he is guilty.
Abera, a Venezuelan national, was in the U.S. illegally. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
With over 100 speakers in favor of Allegheny County Executive Sarah Innamorado's proposed budget, County Council met for nearly 5 hours last night. While many called for Council to approve the budget and its spending for social services, not everyone agreed, including Benjamin Shazar.
I rise in opposition to the executive and the manager's sky will fall pronouncements telling the citizens across the county, the sky will not fall. This is about choices, wants, and needs. There's no justification when there's large deficits on a $3 billion budget.
New developments today in the case of 2 people who were already arrested in connection with vandalism at Chabad of Squirrel Hill. Now 23-year-old Mohammed Hamad of Coriopolis and 24-year-old Talia Lubin of Pittsburgh have been indicted by a federal grand jury on conspiracy charges and other crimes. Hamad and Lubin had been released on $50,000 unsecured bond following their earlier arrests. The House Ethics Committee today could decide if it will release its findings on the investigation into sexual misconduct allegations against former Congressman Matt Gaetz. The panel was supposed to have met last Friday for a vote, but that was postponed. President-elect Trump is standing behind his pick for Attorney General. Scott McFarland has more.
What's in that report? Senators certainly want to know, but we know the parameters of this investigation. It began in April 2021 into allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use by Gaetz, allegations he has unambiguously denied. But the findings of this report could inform senators about whether he should be the nation's top law enforcement officer.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 33 points. The Nasdaq is down 73. The S&P 500 lower by 19 points. KDKA Sports, the Steelers are gearing up for tomorrow night's game in Cleveland. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 12:03. Time to call Shenderovich, and Fishman. Why pay 40% when you can pay 25%? Call 888-98-TWINS. It's sunny and 63 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Voss TV and Appliance is my game plan for quality appliance and exceptional service. Pat Bostic here for my friends at Voss TV and Appliance, a trusted third-generation family-owned business. Voss carries many big-name television and appliance brands and provides helpful and honest guidance on product selection. Voss also has the best prices and most reliable service in the area. Get Voss TV and Appliance on your team today. Call 412-650-VOSS. That's 412-650-VOSS or visit VossTV.com.
Let's talk about personal experience with Diamonds Direct. My niece was getting engaged. Mara, who is a goddess, a lover. Her fiance came to me and said, I need a ring. This is a true story. We went to Diamonds Direct. I did with him. Over the phone, from out of state. Their salespeople, amazing, amazing, amazing. Got him, and thus her, the most beautiful diamond for the best value I've ever seen in my life. They're right here in town, right there off of McKnight Road, right there at the entrance to Ross Park Mall. I'm telling you, it's the best service, it's the best diamond, it's the best staff, and it's the best price I've ever seen. Diamonds Direct took care of my family, and they'll take care of yours. Absolutely amazing place, Diamonds Direct.
Do you have shoeboxes full of old videotapes and photos with memories you'd love to share with the family this Christmas? Right now, get exclusive early access to Legacy Box's biggest deal of the year. Digitize your memories for just $9 per tape. That's right, only $9 to preserve and share your precious moments. VHS, VHS-C, Hi8, film reels, and more, saving you over $15 per item. Not to mention, when you digitize your memories now, Legacy Box sends all your memories back on the cloud, so they're easy to access by Christmas, and you can relive them with your family just in time for the holidays. You've heard about Legacy Box all year, but now is the best time to digitize your memories. Hurry, this $9 deal won't last long. Head to legacybox.com/value for early access to our best deal of the year. Don't wait. Secure your digitized memories by Christmas at legacybox.com/value.
I'm with Rocco Florio of Air Pro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
For great deals, just in time for the holidays, shop Shorkey Kia's Black Friday Bash. New 2024 Sportage and Sorrento. Your choice, both available with 0% financing. That's right, 0%. Offering great price, value, and warranty is what we do. Your deal, your way. What a great day. PA's #1 volume Kia dealer, ShorkeyKia.com. With approved credit, not all buyers will qualify. May require financing through Kia Motors Finance. Based on December 2023 sales volume in Pennsylvania. See dealer for complete details. Offer expires 11/30/24.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be balmy with some sun followed by cloud. Look for a little rain at times this afternoon, a high 67. Breezy this evening, then cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, the area's best and most trusted name in custom window treatments, custom draperies, blinds, shade, shutters, and more. Unmatched craftsmanship, factory direct pricing. Call 412-665-4900 or go to lachinadrapery.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We're getting under their skin, and that's kind of a good thing in this game that we play. And it is a game that Sarah and Amara's playing. I call it the Sky is Falling Tour, the Empathy Tour, or just the Big Lie Tour, whichever you prefer. This morning's leg of the Big Lie Sky is Falling Tour was, as you just heard, in Blawnox, where they ordered, Sarah and Amara ordered all these cops to show up at a department there. And the notion was that we're protecting your lives, and if this budget doesn't pass, we're not going to be able to do that. Last night, in another leg of the Sky is Falling Tour or the Big Lie Tour, depending on which album you bought and which concert you saw, she lined up all these folks from the Department of Human Services to say that if this budget doesn't pass, no one's going to have jobs and everybody's going to die. I'm exaggerating to make a point, but the point is valid. And you know who's going to prove that point? Sam DeMarco, a county council member. Good morning, Sam. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. Thanks for having me.
I find all of this offensive. and disingenuous, sir, what she's doing, the big lie tour. Do you?
Well, look, what at first I'd like to say, Marty, is that this year, 2024, we're spending $1,054,610,722 on county services in our operating budget. No one's saying the sky's falling today, right? So we plan on spending at least that and more next year. So how all of a sudden is everything going to fall apart? The sky going to fall, all services go away, cops get cut, parks get closed, human services providers get chased away if we don't take and pass the 2.2% increase. Again, we'll be spending more than we're spending today and addressing a structural deficit, but we don't need to go to 2.2, and that's something that the county executive and her team fail to realize.
Yeah, let me tell you this, too. I've got a bunch of internal memos from a source, and they're kind of ugly, quite frankly. And this one comes from a longtime employee who wants to remain anonymous for obvious reasons. I'm quite angry. The Department of Human Services called meetings, all staff meeting, and threatening employees by telling actual program staff they're going to lose their jobs. Wow. Recently, the executive stated that Allegheny County has no fluff and that the increases needed or services will have to be cut. This is from an employee, longtime employee. This is an outright lie. Let me finish this, Sam. Allegheny County is wasting a tremendous amount of money on a bloated staff full of contractors, positions that are not needed, and extremely reckless and frivolous, uncontrolled spending on travel. End quote. She'll just say that's a bitter employee. What do you say, Sam?
Well, I think these are things that need to be looked into, Marty.
That's right.
And I think, one of the things that took place, this meeting last night that they had, where the press has said almost 200 people showed up.
Right.
I get the emails and the phone calls, and I can tell you that at least 99% of them were all from people at the other end of each dollar that we spend. These are people who are getting their money, collecting money from human services that have been told that this is going to be cut. So one, I find it offensive that they're telling these people that. But two, many of these folks coming to us, we didn't know they existed. So I'm glad that they are coming to us because now they're shedding light on their organizations and what they do. And I think that'll help county council as we go into 2025 to start to try to do some type of auditing to determine how effective some of these organizations are. Are they delivering positive outcomes? Is the money being spent effectively? And how we can take and steer money to the organizations that are doing the best work and maybe taking it away from some that are doing less than that. And so I think this is all a good thing that these folks are, coming before us. And I don't think this is going to end up, again, the way the county executive and her team intended.
Sam, what she's doing here is lining up her people and threatening their jobs that if they don't testify, in essence, and say, I'm going to lose my job, the sky's falling, that they're in big trouble. Is that the way to approach this, sir?
Absolutely not. I mean, I find it offensive, and I feel for these employees who just want to feed their families and put a roof over their heads, that they're being used and manipulated as pawns, in this attempt to try to pass an outrageous tax increase, solely so that the county executive doesn't have to manage the finances appropriately and doesn't want to have to come back to county council in the future. Now, Marty, one of the things I saw, there was an email out this morning from the Allegheny Institute, and they were showing the millage rates from 2001 all the way through to today.
Right.
Okay. And what had happened was in 2001, it was like 4.69 or 4.59 or something like that. It was raised in 2011. Then they did the reassessment, and then it came back down to the rate it is today.
Wow.
So here, the county executive is talking about how much of this problem has been created by the decrease in property values of commercial properties downtown. These are things that the reassessment would take and help or help fix, but yet she's fighting this in court. And I find it offensive that we're trying to take and shift the burden of paying taxes in this county from commercial properties and businesses and buildings to homeowners, out there in their communities. I think a reassessment could go a long ways to solving this problem. I don't know that we need to take and increase this millage, certainly not to the 2.2 that is being advocated for by her administration.
Sam, I have a stack of emails, internal emails from different sources that work in the county that suggest waste, suggest department heads have very professional/personal relationships with people they go on vacation with, suggest insane salaries, suggest, in essence, fraud, Sam, and definitely unethical decision-making. Shouldn't someone like you forward all this information to an auditor, to some sort of inspector, someone who will drill down on this and say, is this real? And if it is, we got to attack this now. Isn't this a problem that needs to be associated with some sort of investigation, Sam?
Absolutely, Marty. And Marty, one of the things that's happened here with the decline in the print journalism, with the papers and things like that, and the challenges that media is facing today, and we no longer have the number of investigative journalists or people assigned to the beat where they're able to dig in and look into this stuff, right? So you're absolutely right. Sunshine, transparency, sunlight needs to be shined upon these areas to be able to uncover this. You know, as you talked about, when you have a director that's going on vacations with one of the contractors, you know, like their budget would ever be cut or considered appropriately. And then you talk about, we have departments, you know, data analytics, and they talk about, I think one of those emails someone sent me referred to like 170 some employees there. Okay. Do we really need that many folks there? I mean, what are they doing to deliver, you know, for the people here in Allegheny County? And then, Marty, I think it's also appropriate that we start looking at every couple of years, the county manager is responsible for doing what's called a sundown report for every county department. And I really think we need to look at that. Are there departments in the county, whether they be in the county administration or the health department or whatever, and should we be looking at shifting some of these responsibilities or duties to the state or to others to be able to handle this? And, you know, I think it's appropriate that we look at that, and everything needs to be on the table for 2025. But it's hard because your county council members, I mean, I heard someone call in yesterday on one of the shows, it might have been a call-in show, but they talked about, well, do we need 15 county council members? County council members get paid less than $11,000 a year.
Come on.
We're part-time folks, right? But now we're being forced to be full-time because we have to dig into this to try to protect the taxpayers, you know, of Allegheny County.
Hey,
so,
Sam,
you know,
Sam,
we need help.
And also being told that she's sending folks to the homes of Pat Catena, so much so that Pat's wife and son were nervous about being home alone. Is that the way, sir, to get a tax increase passed?
Absolutely not. And look, I don't know that it was the county executive herself that did that.
Right.
But folks showed up at Council President Pat Catena's home, you know, and again, not just at his home, they confronted his son at his job.
Did they?
Yes. Okay. And then this is unacceptable. I don't know where folks, you know, believe the boundaries exist. Okay. But I think council members need to stand strong.
Hold on, Sam. Showed up to do. Hold on, man. Showed up to do what? To do what? To say what, sir?
You know, I don't know what their intent was.
Wow.
But I certainly can tell you, if it was to intimidate the council president, they failed. Because in my conversation with him, he is, adamant.
He dug in. Yeah.
That he's going to protect the people of Allegheny County.
But let me say, but he is nervous about his wife and son being home alone because of this intimidation tactic. Is that fair too?
Absolutely, and I think everyone should be concerned about that. You know, when did these boundaries get broken, Marty? I mean, you're welcome to come down to the office, but when you go to show up at these folks' homes, and again, you know, people like myself, we ran for the office.
Yep.
So, you know, we're fair game, okay? But our families aren't.
No, man.
They didn't sign up for it, right? And these are the kind of things that stop good people, you know, from getting involved in politics.
We got to get these emails to the audit. These books need to be audited based on what these emails I'm talking about. We're talking about jobs, no-show jobs. We're talking about one person hired to handle one grant, an insane amount, millions and millions of dollars. Sam, are you of any interest in backing down and passing this 50% tax increase? Will that ever happen?
No, Marty.
No.
You know, I have a backbone. It's not going to happen. But, you know, here, Marty, I think one of the things that you're seeing, what you saw last night is a microcosm of why it's so difficult to cut government. Because once you create a program, once you start something or somebody starts receiving money from it, they want it to continue forever. Okay, and they will fight like cats and dogs to keep it from going away. But again, what was a joke about last night, it was a joke for some of us. It was sad for others.
That's right.
Is so many of those people that came into that council chamber to take and complain about this and to make their voices heard are complaining about something that's not going to happen. County council has not advocated one penny less than was spent this year.
The big lie,
so
the sky is falling tour continues.
Yes.
Sam the man,
Yes.
I cannot thank you enough for your honesty and your integrity, brother.
My pleasure, Marty. Thanks for having me.
All right, my man.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
You know, Oakmont Bakery's my joint, right? So a couple things here. Due to production scheduling, Sunday, November 25th, last day to place orders for Thanksgiving at Oakmont Bakery. They got so much stuff. Spiced pumpkin pie, handmade fruit and cream pies, pumpkin cream cheese roll, pumpkin cheesecakes, 3D pumpkin-shaped cakes. Love it. Pies, cakes, breads, whatever you choose. Remember, production scheduling. Have your order in by Sunday, November 25th. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious. Maybe the most amazing thing that Robert Levin and Levin Furniture do is this amazing program we have right now. They're having 5 families in need, providing them with free furniture this holiday season. This Levin's Furniture for Families program. He announced it on this show, helping a deserving family. Go to the Get Marty section of KDKRadio.com, nominate a family. Get Marty section of KDKRadio.com, nominate a family. 5 families will get $5,000 worth of furniture, Levin Furniture, and a $500 gift card. Details at KDKRadio.com. So, true story. I got this window in the bathroom upstairs. First of all, the windows are old. We're in a house that's 80 years old. This window has a particular issue because we had to jam it up because we had some leakage that came down into the living room. Guess what? Perfect timing. Windows Direct has this amazing opportunity. This is the deal, folks, at Universal Windows Direct. Right now, if you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and we need 2 windows. If you buy 4, you get 4 free. You get it. Boy, they're comfortable, energy efficient. On top of that, 0% financing for 60 months. By the way, that's 5 years interest-free. This is a great chance to make sure that your house is warm this winter. Universal Windows Direct, 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct, 412-545-6003. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Imagine a world where animals and humans coexist in harmony, where wild animals thrive, habitats are protected, and marginalized communities are empowered. At International Animal Rescue, this is our vision. Our holistic, community-led projects not only rescue animals, but also protect and replenish precious habitats, creating a better future for us all. But we can't do this without you. Show your support now and help keep the wild, wild. Visit internationalanimalrescue.org.
Never-ending November savings at Coombs Market.
Frozen honeysuckle white turkeys, 88 cents a pound. Fresh southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And essential everyday butter, 1 pound quarters, $2.99 each. Come see us at Coombs.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. After years of combat as a Navy SEAL, the after effects from explosives left Marcus Capone with crippling PTSD and thoughts of suicide. He says his demons were finally released after a medical-assisted session with the psychedelic Ibogaine.
Trauma, a lot of very
bloody and gory and demonic images and experiences, you know, and this is what was wrapped up in my head, and I had to get that out, right? And that's what this drug does. All the weight in the world was just lifted off your shoulders and dumped behind you, and you're able to just run and sprint freely. You're just like free again.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive offers a great price and around-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man, we had a hell of an event last night. We won this award, Marconi Award, and I'm not a big awards guy. I'm just not. I think I'm rewarded every day, quite frankly. And my man Patrick, who is as close to me as anyone in my life and contributes more to the show than anyone I know, kind of understands how I think about this stuff. My reward is you, quite frankly, and the opportunity to make a difference with you. But I got to say this, our big boss, SPAC, had this dinner for us at, man, it was amazing. I hate public events because I'm annoying, and it was at Hyde Park, by the way. That place rocks. They're wonderful people. In the presentation, they had copies of the Marconi trophy made for us, and it's very emotional for some people, and said a lot of good things about a lot of people. Let me say this. In a business where all of us are kind of natural-born cynics, which we are, and naturally sarcastic, which we are, it was heartwarming. Michael SPAC, by the way, this Marconi thing, and I don't talk about awards much because I don't like them. It's the highest award in this business by far. And we beat out radio stations in L.A., and New York, Chicago, you name it, Detroit, you name it, Boston, Cleveland, little old Pittsburgh. And it's thanks to guys like PJ, the program director, and SPAC, who lets us do our thing. And it was cool, man. And I like to complain about awards and going to awards and getting dressed up and schmoozing because I feel uncomfortable, actually. But this was amazing. And in a business that's in turmoil, quite frankly, media is, as you all know, newspaper, television, radio, all of it. It's kind of gratifying to kick ass, quite frankly. What we're going to do now is Sarah Nemerado's people are complaining about you calling them. To hell with them. We're going to call them and continue to call them until she does the right thing and tells the truth. By the way, these emails are crazy. I have a slew of emails suggesting waste and fraud and negligence and interpersonal relationships and millions of dollars from employees within the offices there that say this is ridiculous what they're trying to do, scare people, and telling people, threatening them if they don't show up to these meetings and talk about what's going to happen if their department goes away, that they'll be fired. It's a horrible way to communicate with a community that needs honesty. And to call here and complain about your callers, Marty Griffin's callers aren't being nice to us, spare me. You're not being honest with us. We're going to start our phone calls again right after this break.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit the store for a free test walk. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown. Good Feet arch supports are proudly made in the USA.
Paid for by government. Now is the time to fill your vault with Morgan Silver Bars. Grab your piece of America's silver legacy with this special offer. These spectacular shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan Silver Dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Americans treasure owning silver bars and coins, putting them away for themselves and their loved ones. Call now to secure 1 ounce silver bars minted in 99.9% pure silver and made in the USA. You'll be glad you did. Hurry, don't miss out on this special deal. Save $10 per silver bar. The more you buy, the more you save. Limit of 25 bars per customer. Call to learn more. Plus, with qualifying orders, you'll receive a free Morgan Silver Dollar. That's a $59.95 value and free shipping. Call 1-800-222-3871 now to secure your 1-ounce Morgan Silver Dollar bars. That's 1-800-222-3871.
The season of performance event is happening now at Spitzer Acura. We're rolling out the red carpet and unleashing huge Black Friday savings all month long. Plus available low financing rates, 0 down leases, top dollar trade allowances. And with any new Acura, get a no-charge lifetime warranty, complimentary maintenance, and a loaner during service. Hurry, our friendly consultants are ready to help you now.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Acura McMurray.
Our world revolves around you. See dealer for details.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 65 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh at 12:30. I'm Pat Septak. Yet another gun confiscated by the TSA at Pittsburgh International Airport. It happened this morning when a man from Indiana County was found to have a loaded .380 in his carry-on bag. The TSA says he told screeners he didn't know how it got there. Civil penalties for trying to take a gun onto a plane can reach up to $15,000. This is now the 38th gun to be confiscated this year at Pittsburgh International. Today's the day when all 67 counties must have started their recount in the U.S. Senate race. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the latest.
David Voy, Allegheny County Elections Manager, breaks down the process of the recount.
State law allows us to rescan all ballots using a different piece of equipment that was used on election day. So if you cast your ballot at a polling location, you would cast your ballot in a model DS200 precinct scanner. All of those ballots will be scanned on one of our high-speed scanners that are used to count mail-in or absentee ballots.
And how long will the recount process take?
Probably 2 days. We will not finish today, but I don't think it'll take all of tomorrow.
Voy says there are over 700,000 votes to be recounted. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh police have made an arrest in a shooting that claimed a life and left others injured earlier this month in Northview Heights. 3 people were shot just after 1 in the back on the 7th in the 800 block of Mount Pleasant Road, and another person was also found shot in the back a short time later in a wrecked car. Police arrested 18-year-old Ernest Terry on Tuesday on criminal homicide and other charges. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 97 points, the NASDAQ is down 128 points, and the S&P 500 is lower at 31 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. And Cyber Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Have you ever thought about joining a credit union? There are plenty of great benefits and perks. Hi, it's Dan Zangrilli. Some think that you have to be part of a club or know someone to get in. Not the case. At Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, you simply need to live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Butler, or Beaver counties, and you're eligible to join for just $5. Unlock the great rewards of a credit union. Shape your future with Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA. Visit AllegiantFCU.org to get started today.
Indulge your senses in world-class wine and pairing is sharing menu while enjoying a performance in City Winery's intimate venue. Upcoming shows include House of Soul, Eric Benet, Frankie Beverly Brunch Salute, Raheem Devon, and Tidra Moses. Soul Brunch Christmas. Old School R&B Sing-Along. City Winery, Pittsburgh in the Strip District Terminal. Learn more at citywinery.com/Pittsburgh.
I went to high school with Bob Tootie from Tootie Mechanical. So I've known him, 40-plus years? His business is insane, Tootie Mechanical. The service is unbelievable. The professionalism is unbelievable. And the help, man, they've put 400 free furnaces in homes. Tootie Mechanical is the best for HVAC I've ever seen in my career. They're amazing people, amazing service. Tootie, 412-771-4100. Call them.
Ready for Medicare enrollment? Is your current plan still the best for you? Dina Schmid, founder of One Health Benefits, is an expert in navigating all Medicare plan options and providing you with a complete comprehensive plan that best fits your needs. With over 2 decades of experience, Dina makes sure you're well covered and there's never a fee for her services. Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873, 724-799-8873. Learn more at onehealthbenefits.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
It'll be quite mild for the rest of our Wednesday with some sun followed by cloud. Look for some rain at times during the afternoon hours. High 67. Tonight, breezy early, cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
The plot thickens. Let me throw these numbers out, then I got to grab Sam DeMarco quickly again. I let him go, but I want to ask him one more question. Or do me a favor. While Sarah Innamorato continues on her The Sky is Falling / The Big Lie tour, they're trying to scare you. And I have internal memos that I'm going to have somebody audit, but that's between me and the person I'm going to have look at this stuff, suggesting that folks who work for the county are being threatened and told you'll be fired unless you pretty much say the sky is falling and you're going to lose your job, which I think is a horrible way to represent your version of the truth. And we've had folks call. I want you to, and this comes straight from the county council president, Pat Katina, and let me read it verbatim so that there's no arguing about what he said or what I'm saying, because now Sarah Innamorato's people in the county executive are calling us saying we're offending them when we call them. Grow up. Come on, kids. Is this a daycare? Pat Katina. You need to tell taxpayers to start calling Innamorato's office, 412-350-6500. Do this, please, folks. 412-350-6500, and tell them to say hell no. Hell no. Say hell no, folks, to a 50% tax increase. Hell no to a 50% tax increase. And Sarah's extension is 1117. Sam DeMarco joining me again. What's going on with the phones? Sam, I'm hearing some weird stuff.
Yeah, Marty, I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about some of these other things, but yeah, this is the type of immature games that are being played. So Council President Pat Katina, in response to all of the emails and phone calls that our office was receiving, suggested the taxpayers opposed to this 46.5% tax increase call the county's executive office and let them know how they feel, okay? Well, now, one, they're not answering all the calls.
No, they're not.
Two, they're taking and forwarding some of the calls to county counsel's office. And, she has 6,000 employees that work for her. Right. We have 4 in county council, okay? There's 4 people over there. And then when they do answer, sometimes they're asking these folks, well, what do you want to cut first, the police or the parks?
Oh.
And as I shared with you the other day, yes, the parks are funded primarily by RAD, which gives us $26 million. They'll be giving us $26 million in 2025. And then you have the fees from the things that take place there. But I would say, when you look at this, 95% of the funding comes from RAD. So, I mean, you're talking about counting things or cutting things. She cuts that, or they cut like 911 services. We're getting $39 million from, Act 12 for 911, okay, for this stuff. if that stuff gets cut, I'll be lining up at the district attorney's office or going across the river there to the FBI office to talk about someone needing to come in and look at misappropriation of funds. So it's very sad that these folks are being threatened. But I wanted to let you and your listeners know, yes, our staff is being forced to deal with the games they're playing. And look, instead of sitting down, as I talked about, sitting down at the very beginning, as soon as they discovered we had these issues and talking to counsel about it, they failed to do so. Kept this hidden, and then they sprung it on everybody. And then now they're dealing with the reaction, but they don't want to deal with it in a mature manner. So look, I think everybody needs to grow up. That includes us. We'll try to act like adults. We're willing to work with the administration on doing something that addresses a structural deficit, but it doesn't have to be these 2.2 mils. We know that as we've dug into the budget as well.
Hey, Sam, so Honorado was there 8 years. Fitz was there 12, so 20 years. We have never, and I mean this, in that 20 years, there has never been a conflict like this. Why?
Well, no. Well, and don't forget Roddy. Roddy was there for the first
that's
four.
Right.
So we're talking 24 years.
And never,
yes, listen,
never this kind of dysfunction.
Nope.
That's accurate, right?
No.
Right on.
That's accurate. Yes, sir.
And that would lead to one issue, leadership, sir. Would it not?
Well, that's something that I've been talking about from the very beginning. Leadership is getting out in front of these issues, whether it be the tax increase or the need for addressing the structural deficit or, the reassessment. Okay. And, we certainly need to do something.
Right.
But sitting back and doing nothing and just taking and trying to direct folks to intimidate members of council, I can tell you from my conversations with my colleagues, it's not working.
And here's what they're doing for the first time in the history of this county.
Yep.
What they're doing, Sam, and I've talked to these people, they're going to long-time county employees and saying, you better go and say you're going to lose your job and the sky's falling or you're going to get fired. That's never happened before, ever, sir.
No. And that's why I said it was offensive. They're using these people as pawns.
Wow.
And Marty, think about this. If we're in such a structural deficit, we have such a problem here that the sky is falling, okay? Why is she out in Braddock telling people she's going to spend $100 million investing in economic development? Then goes down to the Kane and Scott talking about she's going to spend $114 million there. Now she's out with the police and first responders telling them how much she's going to spend there, right? So if we're in such a terrible financial situation that if we don't give her all this money, the sky is going to fall, where's she coming up with all this spending from?
Hey Sam,
I think you're seeing.
Has she approached you face-to-face and said, Sam, let's work this out?
No.
No. Not once.
No. I think that they look at me as a lost cause.
Wow.
I think folks, they see me more maybe as the Republican chair.
Okay.
And not as an at-large member of council.
How about Pat? Have they done that with Pat? So, comes down to leadership, brother. Thanks, Sam.
You got it. Have a great day, Marty. Thanks.
Man. So, I'm going to be honest here. I reached out to the county controller, and I want to see if the county controller, I have a slew of internal emails pointing out serious waste, allegations of serious waste. And I'm going to see if the county controller will take a look at these allegations. What I find difficult are these emails where it says that, wow. Let me read the top of this one. It's actually kind of disheartening that people were told that their jobs are on the line. They're all going to be fired. If they don't, play along. DHS, Department of Human Services staff, were told in Zoom meetings that their jobs will be eliminated if this budget doesn't go through. Wow. Intimidation. My breaking point was this is from an internal source. My breaking point was the outright threats of having to cut services to the citizens of this county when there is so much overspending on contractors that are not needed. Look, ma'am, I'm not an accountant. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, trying to scare people into a 50% tax increase is ridiculous. What really troubles me is she hasn't had face-to-face meetings with Pat Katina. Sam's words, not mine. If Sam's the lost cause because he's the Republican, then why not the county council president, Pat Katina? Instead, and you heard Sam say it, folks from Inamorado's staff went to his home and intimidated him, tried to, and his wife tried to, and his son, to the point where he doesn't feel comfortable leaving them home alone. That ain't right.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
So, you know, we're a Bowser family. We have 4 Bowser cars. We have a Hyundai. My wife does. Santa Fe loves it. We have 2 Santa Fe's. We also have a bunch of Bowser service folks that help us so much. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. I had a slow leak, and it turned out I needed 4 new tires in my Genesis. This is a true story. So I take it to this tire joint down the street to replace all 4 tires, which you have to do in that kind of car. $1,200. $1,200. So I call Bowser because they have amazing, amazing, amazing service people. $700. So I save $500 by using the amazing service people at Bowser. It's the beauty of Bowser. So we got Subarus, we got Hyundais, we got the Genesis, but we got one team that really, really cares about Bowser customers because we're part of the Bowser family. It's a great, great thing.
We know you're uncertain about psychics. Is this fortune teller you found on a forum legit?
Your one true love is...
me! That's why California psychics reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. New customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
Woohoo! Another girls' night out. I'm so stressed from shopping, I couldn't find anything. Have you tried shopping jewelry television, JTV? I don't know. Everyone in my family is so different. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles. Artisan, diamonds, pearls, colored gemstones, watches, even gift sets. I shop on TV and online.
New JTV customers save up to $40 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Now, can you relax? Yes. Another round? Yes.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Awaken 180 Golden has taken weight loss to a whole new level for those over 60. Introducing Age Reversal for your body and mind. Feel sharper, stronger, and sleep better. Fast weight loss while reversing the signs of aging. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Listeners know how much family means to me. Here's another local family that I love. Sam, Steve, and Calvin, cousins, and the owners of CNS Cousins Construction. Siding, decks, windows, doors, they do it all. It's not like calling your cousin Ted, who excelled in shop class. No, I've seen the work of CNS Cousins Construction. Call the cousins, 989-COUSINS. Sam, Steve, and Calvin, dedicated to making your vision come to life with craftsmanship and care. CNS Cousins, 989-COUSINS. Hey, it's Marty. I go back 20 years with Phil DeLucente, one of the best lawyers in the country and one of my close friends. And, I mean, they handle unbelievable cases, fraud, criminal cases, big-time product liability and medical malpractice cases, the experts. And Phil gets it right. We have been using him on air for nearly 20 years. GetPhil.com. 800-438-7445.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Yo, 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 Dad is in the house. What do you call the NordVPN Black Friday deal, huh? The Block Friday deal. Because you block online threats. Black Friday, Block Friday. Get it? It's hilarious. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal and block online threats now. NordVPN is rated as outstanding on PC Mag. Just visit NordVPN.com and discover the benefits of this all-around cybersecurity tool. It will encrypt your online traffic. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro tool will defend you against web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. So improve your digital privacy and protection with one simple click. Get the special Black Friday deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Target slashing its full-year forecast after flat sales and profits last quarter that trailed Wall Street estimates. Costs, they say, were higher. Its inventories built up as customers bought groceries, but not a lot of clothing and home furnishings, pulling back on discretionary spending. Now, to boost sales, Target is cutting prices on 2,000 products ahead of the holidays. Shares of Target, though, right now down nearly 22%, while elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks are lower. That's after Ukraine forces today fired British-made cruise missiles into Russia, ramping up tensions in the region, and that's affecting the world of finance. The Dow only down about 0.1%, the Nasdaq 0.5% lower, the S&P down also about 0.5%. Even shares of AI chipmaker NVIDIA are lower. They're down about 1%. That's ahead of its latest earnings report. That comes after the bell later today. And mortgage applications rose last week, even though mortgage rates were the highest since July, just under 7%. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Sarah Inamorado has still not been on Larry's show, my show, or Colin's show, or any of the night shows. Someone says she was on one Sunday with Natalie, the most liberal person on earth, which is fine. She's talented, but come on. I'm just saying. She has not been on any of our shows. Why? As my friend Jack would say, she can't handle the truth. Now they're offended because you're calling their offices and you're not being nice to them. Really? Is that what we're doing now? They're being mean to you? This isn't anything personal for me. It just isn't. I just find it to be abhorrent what they're trying to do. And then I have all these emails dumped on me, which I will get in the hands of the county controller. And all the emails do is point out project managers for grants. So for every grant, there's a new contracted project manager in the area of $60,000. So one grant, one employee. So you have 5 grants, 5 new employees. Questionable nepotism partnerships with DHS providers. Department heads taking allegations here, taking vacations with contractors, which might be a conflict. I'm angry with my department head, who held an all-staff meeting this morning, threatening employees by telling actual program staff they're going to lose their jobs. Well, Allegheny County is wasting a tremendous amount of money on a bloated staff full of contractors, positions that are not needed, and extremely reckless and frivolous, uncontrolled spending on travel. This is from an insider. I have a number of these, by the way. It's crazy. It's, I'm reading through these. That's why I'm taking my time. There are just here's a few examples of extreme wasteful spending within Allegheny County. Wow. Taxes wouldn't need to be increased if you would get rid of half or more of the not needed, highly paid, contracted staff. Most of it being Department of Human Services bloat. Wow. I am tired of the lies about cutting services. This is not the problem. Out of control, frivolous spending, travel all over the country, and a lot of positions for friends, or unnecessary positions have to stop. This is from an insider. I have page after page after page of these. Crazy. Ma'am. People are being told to go to these meetings and protest or they'll lose their jobs. Here's another one. These are all different, by the way. I've been with the county for many years, and I've never seen so much wasteful spending in all my years. Wow. Millions upon millions of dollars are being wasted by DHS, Department of Human Services. How about that? I'm sorry for the pauses. I'm going through all this stuff. Questionable nepotism partnerships. Questionable travel. Questionable hirings. What's my point? Someone's got to look at this. And someone will. We will not stop chasing this dog. Because it is a dog. Just think about historically. All right? 30 years of county executives. And this is the first time this has happened. Just saying. 30 years of county executives. And this is the first time we've had this sort of conflict. Why? Two things. The budget doesn't work, and lack of leadership, and lack of communication because of lack of experience. This is not my bailiwick. I am not an accountant. I am not a CPA. I know nothing about this. I am not a forensic accountant, which are the best of the best of the best. However, I will find one, and we will have folks look at this, and we will get to the bottom of it. And until we have the truth in a direct conversation with Sarah Innamorato, we will keep talking about this increase and how fair it is or unfair it is to taxpayers. All right? All right.
Tomorrow night, we're talking about artificial intelligence, its impact on our lives and our society. Listen to our next Odyssey conversation, Artificial Revolution. Is the future automation? Tomorrow night at 8 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
This holiday season, while many children are wishing for toys, others are wishing for something much more meaningful, a safe and loving home. At Casa of Westmoreland, our volunteers give a voice to abused and neglected children in foster care so that they can find a loving, permanent home. You can make a difference by becoming a CASA volunteer and helping a child's wish come true. Become a CASA and be the reason a child finds hope, security, and a loving family this holiday season. Visit casaofwestmoreland.org. One voice can change a child's story.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Safety, security, and comfort at home starts with a good roof over your head. Need a new roof? Choose the region's roofing leader, NASCO. While fall is here, NASCO works and plans year-round, and roofs are all they do. They're experts. They've got an A+ rating. NASCO exceeds expectations with superior work and service and a lifetime roof warranty. Special financing available. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 65 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. Allegheny County Police have arrested a man in connection with a killing last summer in Wilkinsburg. 24-year-old Amer Johnson was taken into custody last night in the city's Lincoln-Leamington-Balmar neighborhood. He is charged with criminal homicide and other crimes in the June 22nd killing of 26-year-old Desmond Lane. Effective immediately, all milk produced on Pennsylvania farms must be tested to try and prevent the spread of avian flu. The Department of Agriculture says no cattle have been detected to have the disease within the Commonwealth. The mandatory testing and quarantine order goes into effect today. The precautionary bulk testing will be done by the state at no cost to farmers. Governor Josh Shapiro signs a bill giving companion animals PFA protection. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Sam Alwish, treasurer of Humane Action Pittsburgh, tells me this is a huge win for not only the animals, but for everyone involved.
Over 70% of people who are abused report that their partner threatened, harmed, or killed their pet. So this was a big consideration for a lot of folks who were undergoing abuse. This allows them to now have their animal included in the protection for abuse.
House Bill 1210 was spearheaded by state reps Christina Sappi of Chester and Natalie Mihalik of Allegheny County. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Allegheny County Council met for nearly 5 hours last night with more than 100 people speaking during the public comment period in favor of County Executive Sarah Innamorado's proposed $2.2 million increase in property taxes. Nearly 200 people signed up for the meeting. Council President Pat Katina warned speakers before the public comment section that people would be removed if they were belligerent. Sobering statistics about fatal violence against transgender people in the past year. CBS News correspondent Allison Keyes reports.
At a vigil in Baltimore,
we're definitely proactive in seeking protections.
Maryland is a sanctuary state for transgender people, but the Human Rights Campaign's 2024 Fatal Violence Report finds that at least 35 transgender and non-gender conforming people have been killed in the past year, and half were black transgender women. There's been a wave of measures in Republican states restricting trans rights. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Today is the final day of Hall to Pitt as Odyssey, Pitt Athletics, Giant Eagle, and PGT Trucking team up to help the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Brian Gulish says November and December are typically the months that are needed the most, but demand is high near year-round.
These would be the months where in the past couple years we would distribute 4 to 4.25 million pounds of food, but we're doing that on average every month now.
Paul Alexander will broadcast his show this afternoon from the Market District at Settlers Ridge this afternoon beginning at 2. Whammo will broadcast there as well. You're asked to buy some extra items to donate on-site to fill the truck there to help benefit the food bank. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 70 points. The NASDAQ is down 139 points, and the S&P 500 is down 30 points. KDKA Sports, the Steelers gearing up for tomorrow night's game in Cleveland. Freddie Freeman's historic walk-off Grand Slam ball from Game 1 of the World Series is hitting the auction block. The Los Angeles Dodgers first baseman homered in the 10th inning against the New York Yankees last month, giving the Dodgers a 6-3 victory. They went on to win the series in 5 games, and Freeman was named MVP. The news is brought to you this hour by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:04. Time to call Shenderovich, and Fishman. Why pay 40% when you can pay 25%? Call 888-98-TWINS. It's 65 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Are you worried about the state of the economy? Concerned about market crashes and rising inflation wiping out your savings? At Noble Gold Investments, we understand your fears and have a solution. Call us today at 1-888-403-1050. Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-403-1050. That's 1-888-403-1050. The future is uncertain. Take control now. Call 1-888-403-1050.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
For a taste you've never experienced before, call Jones Turkey Farm today. At Jones Turkey Farm, they offer the best and freshest turkeys, chickens, and sweet corn on the planet, starting with the feed they grow themselves. Jones Turkey Farm birds are all natural, free-roaming, fresh, and ethically raised. No preservatives, antibiotics, or cages on their family farm. Just the finest poultry you can find in Pittsburgh or anywhere else. To find out more, call Jones Turkey Farm today at 724-352-2450 or visit jonesturkeyfarm.com.
The only farm in Western PA that raises turkeys like your great-grandfather.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Some sunshine will give way to clouds this afternoon, but it will be very mild. Look for a little rain at times during the afternoon hours as well. High 67. Tonight, cloudy and colder with a couple of rain showers and a low of 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I find people who lost their minds over Trump to be a little bit nauseating. Honestly, I get it. You have personal feelings. I get it. You're offended. I get it. He's offensive. Fine. But, man, we got stuff going on that's like happening right here in our hometown, right in front of us. And it's no time for it, man. I'm going to read this inflammatory post. Well, this woman that has a big job, and I'm going to get into this in a second, how people light themselves on fire, willing to jeopardize their whole career over Trump. Friends, I want to make sure, this is crazy, I'm no longer patronizing businesses and restaurants that are owned or operated by Trump supporters. Wow. Wow. What the hell's wrong? I guess that's okay unless you're the head of a big nonprofit. And you know, the ACLU can talk about free speech all they want. Okay, knock yourself out with that crap. One and done. Make those comments. They're ignorant, man. Keep your opinion to yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get into that after the break, but first, something really serious. The McRib. It's just... Oh. I need help here for many reasons. Spiritual, mental, financial. But in the here and now, I need to know anyone out there that finds the McRib to be an enticing sandwich. I'm serious about this. The McRib. I don't disrespect McDonald's. They do a hell of a job. The fact that they can crank out that crap every day is amazing to me. I've eaten a lot of it over the years, not in the last decade, but they're very successful. They work very hard. But I find the McRib, there's a big press release that we just got. I'm not kidding. McRib fans, the wait is over. Can you imagine meeting someone that said, "Hey, man, what's up?" "Man, I'm waiting on the McRib." "Who?" "The wait is over. It's coming back." Okay. What's today's date? The iconic sandwich is set to return to McDonald's restaurants across Pittsburgh December 3rd for a limited time. Wow. Now, I need honest people to tell me that they like the McRib. It's weird in terms of sandwiches. And I know hot dogs are all ground up pig ears and pig behinds and cow brains and stuff, but you don't actually see it kind of hanging there, so you just eat it, and sausage is the same thing and all that stuff. Okay. But the McRib is weird. They take a whole bunch of stuff and grind it up, from what I know, and they form it into a thing. Like they press it into a thing that looks like ribs. Am I kind of right? They press it, right, Patrick? It's formed.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a pressed meat.
Yeah, like jammed in a press. Like,
yes.
Almost like a cookie cutter thing.
Yes, made to look kind of like ribs.
Yes. And when you bite into it, and I've had a couple in my life, but it's been a while, it snaps back at you. Like, I recall having a bad McRib experience where I bit into one and like I could see like that like stretchy material. It's kind of meat or a vein or something that pops out and you're looking at it right in the eye. That's the McRib. And I think they bring it back once in a while because somebody must like the McRib. I'm serious. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. I want to talk to someone who likes the McRib. It debuted in 1981 in Kansas City. Boneless pork patty slathered in barbecue sauce. It's gross. This says that it's irresistible and that they're going to have a contest where you can get a gallon of sauce with it, too. Yeah. The McRib.
They're selling the gallons of sauce.
No, you can also win it.
Oh,
yeah, this is big.
Yum.
Limited time. Signature, tangy. So they jam pork, into a vice thing, like a cake batter pan. And it has like little fake rib looking things sticking off of it. And it's tangy, they say. Tangy. And it has a home-style bun. Does anyone out there like the McRib? 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. I'm serious about this. My man Max sent me the vomit thing. The McRib, it's a weird sandwich. It has a rubbery texture to it, right, Patrick?
The spandex of meat.
The spandex of meat. And it's sparking social media buzz, igniting a flurry of anticipation each time it makes a triumphant return to McDonald's. Listen to this. They're writing, not mine. Its reemergence, like it comes out of a swamp. Its reemergence on the menu has consistently resulted in long lines and enthusiastic outpourings on social media platforms from devoted fans excited to savor its irresistible flavors once again. The McRib. I find it to be a weird sandwich. Very, very weird. 866-391-1020. I've eaten my body weight in McRibs. Wow. Wow. My man Steve. Wow, he has a whole box of them. The temptation, the tangy temptation. The McRib, 866-391-1020. Taking your calls next.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Imagine a world where animals and humans coexist in harmony, where wild animals thrive, habitats are protected, and marginalized communities are empowered. At International Animal Rescue, this is our vision. Our holistic, community-led projects not only rescue animals, but also protect and replenish precious habitats, creating a better future for us all. But we can't do this without you. Show your support now and help keep the wild, wild. Visit internationalanimalrescue.org.
Our team at Coons Market is wishing your team the best of luck this season. And remember, when it comes to a team performing the best product, the quality prices that you deserve, and friendly and courteous service, look to our team, Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for over 20 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
I love Voss TV and Appliance. My man Matt from Voss TV hooks us up all the time. They're the absolute best. Family-owned for 64 years. Big selection. Crazy pricing. And there's amazing Black Friday specials. Save up to 50%. Rebates up to $2,000. Plus free delivery and free haul away of your old TV and appliance. Visit the showroom or call them. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS. Or VossTV.com. Amazing, amazing business. Voss TV and Appliance.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give your loved ones peace of mind on the road with a AAA gift membership for only $35. That's a full year of AAA's legendary roadside assistance for only $35. And as part of this special radio offer, AAA will waive the admission fee, add 2 free eligible household members, and you'll also receive a free $20 gift card for yourself. That's a total value of $168 for only $35. AAA will always be there if they're locked out of their car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or need a new battery. AAA has them covered as a driver or passenger in any car, not just their own. Stop by your local AAA branch or visit online at AAA.com/gift to receive this special radio offer. That's AAA.com/gift to give a gift membership today and receive a free $20 gift card for yourself. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply.
Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Let me just say two words. Road trip. We're not getting the rib, whatever this thing is, till December 3rd. However, my intrepid investigator, Patrick, found it. Where are they serving it right now?
Columbia, Missouri. People are posting photos of their McRib sandwiches.
Oh, they are. The pressed meat pork. Hold on, let me see. Let me plug this into Waze real quick. Columbia. How far would it take us? Columbia, Missouri. Okay. Let's see how far. Let's see if it's worth the drive, because I think it is at this point. Columbia, Missouri. Oh, Patrick. Oh, we got. It's 600. It's 666 miles. We could get a McRib in how long? Let's see how long it takes. Let's see what it says. It's calculating the route. 10 hours and 12 minutes. We got a McRib in our hands. So if we leave now, oh man, we get there at midnight, brother. A little after midnight. Here. See?
I guess we're going.
See, we're on our way, man. Okay. Why is Waze so happy all the time? I love the app. I use it all the time. So the McRib is not here until the 3rd. Oh, without tolls. Wow, it's 760. Wow. The McRib. Tim, go.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Marty. How you doing?
You don't like that. You don't like that sandwich.
You said, yeah, Tim, go. You talking to me?
Yeah, I am, man. You don't like that, do you? The McRib.
Oh, McRibs. Oh, yeah, Marty. I love McRibs. I think they taste good. But I eat a few of them a year. I'm not reading them all the time. But I do think if they sold them all year instead of limited time, they make more money because a lot of people, I never talked to anybody that didn't like them. A lot of people eat 3 or 4 at a time.
What?
I've talked to people that I'll get 3 or 4 of them at a time.
They'll get 3 or 4 McRibs at a time.
Not me. I've talked to other people that said that.
Are they in the hospital? Or are they impaired?
No, they're not in the hospital or impaired. They're not in the hospital or nothing. But they like them that much. A lot of people like them things. They taste like.
All right, big. Sorry, man. Your phone was dropping out. So he says that maybe McDonald's. They say they line up for them, creating a social media buzz.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I have family members that do this.
I'm sure you do. He's from Arkansas. Alan, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Marty. I love the McRib. I'll tell you what, it was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That they said they were done.
Yeah.
And I was so sad. I was like, what else can this country take from me? First Fatty Gaddy, and the done with the McRib. So, Trump and the McRib within 30 days? That's a win. I mean, I always look because I know it's Thanksgiving when they're coming.
So maybe there's a tie into Trump's back, and so is the McRib.
Yep. Maybe it's just sandwich. I mean, you never know.
So you like it?
Yes, I really do. The pickles and the onions mixed in there is just, I mean, it's awesome. And I think it's the same barbecue sauce they use if you get McNuggets and you dip it into that sauce.
Yeah.
I think it's the same one because it tastes pretty much the same.
It's formed meat, you know.
Yeah, but still, I'm 58.
Oh, wow.
Who knows when my days are coming? Might as well eat what you like.
Wow. My man. Who knows? Who knows when I'm going to die? The McRib. Oh. Frank, Wexford.
Hey, Marty, save yourself that drive and a whole lot of money. You can get about 6 of them. Encore has a knockoff frozen version.
Oh, God.
You can buy it at Coons. You can buy it at Walmart. Like $4 or $5 for 6 of them.
Yeah.
Tastes every bit the same as McDonald's product.
And they're frozen.
I like them. I think I eat it more for nostalgia than I do for actually liking it.
Well, my man Justin said McRib with cheese, add a holiday pie. What do you think?
Well, like I said, I think some people almost feel obligated to their childhood to eat it when it comes out. I don't know that they can honestly say that they like it the same when they were first introduced, but it's sort of like an annual tradition, like the other fellow said.
All right. December 3rd. The McRib. I don't know what to say about any of this stuff, except that people are, I'm as usual, I'm wrong. Dave, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marty, first of all, thanks for dealing with the issues that are facing society on a daily basis, like the McRib. The Simpsons, one of my favorite shows, dealt with this a couple years ago. They went to Krusty Burger, where Krusty introduced a knockoff of the McRib.
Oh.
And the media asked him in an interview, what kind of meat is in that? We're thinking it's a squirrel. And Krusty said, and this is great, and Krusty says, think smaller with more legs. And I think that sums it up perfectly.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up. By the way, I love these callers. I love this show. I love everybody calling in here. You make my day. Sometimes we got to lighten it up, man. My boy Oz says we should call the station in Missouri, have them send you some. Oh, jeez. Shipped McRibs. One of my favorite people on earth, Steve, sent me a picture. He was one of the best state cops ever. And he said that he has eaten his body weight in McRibs. I got to tell you, I find it to be kind of, it has a slimy kind of texture to it, if you know what I'm saying. Like octopus, maybe. Or like oysters, yeah, with barbecue sauce on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Marshall, go ahead.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Yeah, you know what? I love those McRibs. I rub my hands together, the day they have them. And I've eaten 3 and wanted more. I was sad when I was out of them. But now that you told me about them, I don't think I'll ever eat another one.
So you were sad when you ran out?
Yeah, I looked forward to it, man, when they came out. Boy, was I happy. Don't ask me why, Marty.
I apologize for taking that away from you. I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
No, that's all right. Hey, it's another day. I'm 77 years old. Hey, I've had my fun,
One more McRib ain't going to hurt.
Yeah, McRib is good for the rib. Makes you strong and brave.
Whoa, it makes you brave. Oh, where's Mad Max at? Mad Max.
Hey, Marty, I can't do it, man. I hear, we're talking about the McRib. I think of Charlton Heston screaming, "It's people!" like Soylent Green.
I think about the Apocalypse Now, the horror. Marlon Brando. The McRib is back. We might have to bring him in here. Do you like him? No, man. Ryan's Hope doesn't. He's young.
Paid for by government. Now is the time to fill your vault with Morgan's Silver Bars. Grab your piece of America's silver legacy with this special offer. These spectacular shining silver bars featuring a crisp image of the iconic Morgan silver dollar, a legendary coin that has captivated collectors for generations. Americans treasure owning silver bars and coins, putting them away for themselves and their loved ones. Call now to secure 1-ounce silver bars minted in 99.9% pure silver and made in the USA. You'll be glad you did. Hurry, don't miss out on this special deal. Save $10 per silver bar. The more you buy, the more you save. Limit of 25 bars per customer. Call to learn more. Plus, with qualifying orders, you'll receive a free Morgan Silver Dollar. That's a $59.95 value and free shipping. Call 1-800-222-3871 now to secure your 1-ounce Morgan Silver Dollar bars. That's 1-800-222-3871.
Tootie Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. Tootie culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. Tootie Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Looking for a rewarding and exciting career? Consider joining the Allegheny County Police Department. With a competitive salary and excellent county benefits, the police department offers a unique opportunity to provide professional advice and protection to all citizens and visitors of Allegheny County. The current application period is open through February 3rd, 2025, with a written test for all applicants on February 15th, 2025. Apply online today at joinacpd.com. That's joinacpd.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 66 degrees and cloudy at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Pat Septak. Pennsylvania is preparing to require dairy processors to test milk for avian influenza. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
The Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture is taking a preventative measure at no cost to farmers to pinpoint and contain the source of viral infections and prevent the spread of avian flu. This testing plan was developed in close consultation with dairy and poultry farmers to minimize the impact on their operations. The measure was announced as more than 217 new cases in 3 states have been confirmed in dairy cattle in the last 30 days. Avian influenza can severely affect milk production, lead to serious illness in cows, and strain farm operations. No cattle have been detected to have the disease within the Commonwealth. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
With over 100 speakers in favor of Allegheny County Executive Sarah Inamorato's proposed budget, County Council met for nearly 5 hours last night. While many called for Council to approve the budget and its spending on social services, not everyone agreed, including Benjamin Shazar.
I rise in opposition to the executive and the manager's sky will fall pronouncements telling the citizens across the county the sky will not fall. This is about choices, wants, and needs. There's no justification when there's large deficits on a $3 billion budget.
The budget must be passed by early December. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 58 points, the NASDAQ is down 133 points, and the S&P 500 is lower at 29 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. When I was in college at Pitt, I was unsure about what I wanted to do with my life, so after my junior year, I left school to join the Marine Corps. I felt called to the military and thought it would help give me discipline and direction. My job as a navigator on KC-130s afforded me new skills and confidence, and after my honorable discharge, I dreamed of working for the FBI or CIA. But then, my dad asked me to consider joining him and my sister Sarah in the finance business. I finished my degree in economics, graduating summa cum laude from Ohio State. I became a chartered financial analyst, and I've been working with my family for over a decade. In 2015, we broke away from our Wall Street firm to open Botkin Family Wealth Management. Dreams change, for me and maybe for you. Let us help you navigate the changes. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Let's talk about personal experience with Diamonds Direct. My niece was getting engaged. Mara, who is a goddess, a lover. Her fiance came to me and said, I need a ring. This is a true story. We went to Diamonds Direct. I did with him. Over the phone, from out of state. Their salespeople, amazing, amazing, amazing. Got him, and thus her, the most beautiful diamond for the best value I've ever seen in my life. They're right here in town, right there off of McKnight Road, right there at the entrance to Ross Park Mall. I'm telling you, it's the best service, it's the best diamond, it's the best staff, and it's the best price I've ever seen. Diamonds Direct took care of my family, and they'll take care of yours. Absolutely amazing place, Diamonds Direct.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit the store for a free test walk. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown. Good Feet arch supports are proudly made in the USA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Check this out. Get your home Thanksgiving ready with my friends at Coit Cleaning Services, and they're incredible. Free Thanksgiving special. 30% off all services, carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, blinds, and more. I'm thankful for the amazing job the Coit Cleaning techs did in my house. Show off your Coit Cleaning home to your Thanksgiving guests. Call Coit right now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 30% off all services. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be balmy with some sun followed by cloud. Look for a little rain at times this afternoon, a high 67. Breezy this evening, then cloudy and colder overnight with a couple of showers, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Man, I've been through a cancer battle, and UPMC saved my life, and it's just the truth, and I rave about them. In a very, very difficult time historically in healthcare, in a very, very stressful time for patients, doctors, staff, everybody involved, it ain't easy. But my sister is going through pancreatic cancer treatment at UPMC Hillman, and every single day runs into very, very stressful situations, and every single day they handle it in an amazing way at UPMC. They handle it like no one else handles it. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information, lifetime of helping people. I love it.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. And right after the news at 8, Bill Hillgrove will join us, talk about Steelers, Browns, and also about Pitt's game on the road in Louisville.
Man, all right, I had no idea. Mary Hours, how are you? Mary, do we have you?
Yeah, you got me.
Mary, have you ever eaten the McRib?
A long time ago. I do like a good double cheeseburger, but I'm not about the McRib.
Neither. So, I'm getting kind of worried about all this possible snow. What's up with that?
It's not really going to be much in Pittsburgh. It's going to be one of those, we started rain. I mean, we're going from the 60s today to tomorrow, temperatures in the 30s, and it's going to feel in the 20s. The biggest thing, it's going to be the Laurel Highlands and the ridges, those higher elevations. There's winter storm warnings there. I mean, places like Garrett County, Maryland, and Somerset could pick up 6 inches from Thursday into Friday. So it's just going to be the scattered snow showers. But it's only going to be a couple of days. So I think where it's, about time for some snow.
yeah, but nothing real heavy in Pittsburgh in the area.
We'll see our first flakes for sure.
Okay.
Maybe it could pick up 1 to 2 inches, but a lot of it too, the ground temperature has to catch up with the air temperature. So, still in the 60s. It's going to take a little bit of time to get back down to the 30s so it can stick. So grassy surfaces, things like that. Yeah. I think we'll survive. I think we'll be okay. I know if people are driving to the Steelers game tomorrow, Clevelanders are like, snow, that's nothing. But Pittsburghers might be a little like, oh no. So,
all right,
not
so
too bad.
Don't panic because people get weird.
It's Pittsburgh. It's snow. Make what you can of it. Think of it as like a little Christmas teaser.
I'm with you. I love it. Mary Hours, thank you so much. You're the best.
You're welcome.
Okay, I wanted her to clarify that. So in the mountains, they could get 6 inches plus. I saw that this morning. I'm worried about Pittsburgh. She's fantastic. One of my all-time favorite people, and I mean this, one of my all-time favorite people in my entire life is on the line. John Delano. JD.
Hey, Marty. How are you? And welcome to all your wonderful
listeners.
Well, you're my boy. I made him. He was a nobody. He was a nobody till he came on this show, and I named him JD.
Well, there's some truth to that. I was never called JD by anybody in the world until you started to call me that. And then people would stop me on the street and say, hey, JD. And I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with these people? They're listening to Marty Griffin all the time.
Joe Biden calls you JD, for God's sakes.
Oh, well,
right,
hey.
So, JD, tell me what's up, man. This is actually kind of bittersweet for me, but you're retiring.
I am. I've decided that, and I actually told the station early this year that I would certainly continue through this really historic election year.
Yep.
And that it really was time when you're at the top of the game. Yep. I've always been someone who believed you should retire when you're at the top of your profession, not when you're in decline and people are saying, why the heck's he's hanging around so long? Wow. So I thought it was the right time, and I'll be retiring effective December 1st.
Whoa.
Which is coming up pretty quick, and there may be an opportunity. The station and I are talking about whether there's a limited role for me next year in political coverage and the like, and we'll see what we can work out.
JD, you know that, man. I love you. You're an icon. You're honest. You're kind. You're generous. You're more connected than Jesus. Not as connected as I am, but you're more connected than Jesus. And here's the thing about you, JD. Everybody talks to you. Why is that, do you think?
Well, I think there's a number of reasons. First, there's no question that I'm pretty aggressive, just like you are, in going after interviews and going after people who are important to our viewers and our listeners on radio and TV. But secondly, I also think that, two other reasons. Secondly, I was involved in government. I worked in government for 14 years as chief of staff to a congressman. I know a lot about how government works from the inside, and the people who are in government know that I know. And I think that and also the notion of what it's like to be a candidate and campaigns, I've been involved in those. So I have been on their side of the camera. And thirdly, I really attribute much of my success to the fact that we live in a region and we live in a commonwealth of state that is so fundamentally important to political success for politicians, whether they're running statewide for sure or nationally. And so I get the opportunity to interview the Kamala Harrises and the Donald Trumps and the Joe Bidens and you name them. And whereas our counterparts in Los Angeles or in New York or Chicago, much bigger markets, those states, we know how they're going to vote. And so the candidates don't spend the time there, except to raise money, that they do here in western Pennsylvania. So I've been really the beneficiary of the fact that the folks who listen to you, who watch me on TV, who are here in our region, they're deciders. They're the people who vote that make a difference in elections. And I think the candidates know that it's through people like us, and I put you in that category, Marty, that they reach a large number of people that they need in order to win elections.
JD, I love you, man. I mean, you really are one of my favorite people. Your sense of humor, your demeanor, how kind you are to everybody, how everybody respects you. You are the man in this marketplace. No one else gets what you get, and there's a reason for that because you do it the right way, brother. How long have you been at this, man? How long?
30 years. Nice. It's weird to say that, doesn't it? 30 years. I started in television in 1994. I actually started doing radio in 1991, but on television in 1994, 30 years. And, of course, I had a career before that. I'm a lawyer. I still have my law license, and I practiced law in the early days, and then I worked in the U.S. Congress, as I noted, as chief of staff to a Pennsylvania congressman for 14 years. And then I taught for 25 years while I was on TV at the Carnegie Mellon, at the Heinz College, and I've had a very robust career, and I'm thankful. We've done a little bit, and I think it's time to take a little break. And if I can still contribute, I'll still come on your show every now and then. unless you're sick of me. And
I love you, man. Hey, JD, what's the wife say? Is she afraid of you being around all the time? You can be annoying, you know.
No, I'm not annoying. It's that there's a great concern that I won't have enough to do.
That's right.
And I think everyone who retires who has a spouse, they're concerned about a couple of things. Number one, you're going to be home all the time. Are you going to be under my feet? Are you going to?
True.
It's really very funny, I think, because I'm still going to be up in my attic. I'm going to go up to my attic. I don't have to, we all know about my office in the attic.
Well, we don't know all about it, John. You want to tell the public now what actually goes on up there?
I don't know, Marty. I've never had you up here. I don't think I'm going to let you up. Larry Richard, maybe, but not you.
Larry's the man.
Larry's the man. Yeah, he is the man. But no, the bottom line is that there's always this concern that when you retire, you won't have enough to do. But, you and I both know lots of our colleagues at KDKA who have retired. And I've not met a single one of them who doesn't regret retiring. They wanted to retire.
That's actually a really good point. Yep.
They enjoy it. And I was talking to my dear friend and somebody who really helped me get started in this business, our former anchor, Stacy Smith.
Love him.
And I was talking to him earlier today about the fact that I wanted to give him the heads up and the fact that I have credited him because the true story, when I started in 94, obviously I knew a lot about politics, but I had never done anything on TV. And Stacy, was so interested in politics, has always been interested in politics, that he helped convince the management that I should be there at KDKA as their political analyst. And we did a weekly hit. I was reminding him we sat in these two old, ugly armchairs on the set, just talking politics for 3 minutes once a week in the 6 o'clock news, and that led to the contract that kept me at KDKA.
You know what, JD? Here's what we're going to do, man. We're going to get you a cake from Oakmont Bakery, and we're going to bring it. I'm serious. We're going to bring it to the attic. Are you cool with that?
I'm going to have to clean the damn attic.
Are you cool with that?
I'm going to have to clean the attic.
It's all right, man. Put pants on, too, brother.
I'm fine. I'm not worried about that part of it.
You know what? Your kids are calling your wife going, he's going to be home? Oh, no. Mom, you got to go back to the casino.
Did you ever, John, see the cake on camera before on television?
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
JD, we love you, man. You're an absolute icon, one of my favorite all-time people. I mean, really, 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 really. Me and Christine admire the hell out of you. And there's a definite void, brother, because you are the guy. You're the go-to guy. And I've admired you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Marty. And I hope there isn't a void because not just that I will still be around, but I'm sure there are others who are going to come along, and that's the way it is always in this business.
Buddy. The business has changed.
Well, that's true. We could talk an hour about that someday.
All right, my man. We're setting up the cake thing. We'll see you soon, brother. Congrats.
Thanks, man. Nice to be with you. All the best, guys.
Love him. He's a great man.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. The Inflation Reduction Act shaking things up. Wow. With changes to Medicare Part D, your prescription coverage might be changing. MediConnect can help you navigate these changes and find the right plan for you before December 7th. Folks, you get it free from MediConnect. Call MediConnect today, 888-818-6334. MediConnect, 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of old videotapes and photos with memories you'd love to share with the family this Christmas? Right now, get exclusive early access to Legacy Box's biggest deal of the year. Digitize your memories for just $9 per tape. That's right, only $9 to preserve and share your precious moments. VHS, VHS-C, Hi-8, film reels, and more, saving you over $15 per item. Not to mention, when you digitize your memories now, Legacy Box sends all your memories back on the cloud, so they're easy to access by Christmas, and you can relive them with your family just in time for the holidays. You've heard about Legacy Box all year, But now is the best time to digitize your memories. Hurry, this $9 deal won't last long. Head to legacybox.com/value for early access to our best deal of the year. Don't wait. Secure your digitized memories by Christmas at legacybox.com/value.
For the past 3 seasons of Gone South, we've covered one story per season. Now, Gone South is back for a 4th season. But this time, we're doing things a little differently. In Gone South Season 4, we'll be bringing you new stories every week with no end in sight. Listen to and follow Gone South, an Odyssey original podcast, on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Share all the holiday joy this season with the convenient shipping and enhanced network of the United States Postal Service. Visit USPS.com/holidayride.
Go between the hash marks and get your football fix every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show live from Dave & Buster's. Dan Zangrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Diulis Law. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey friends, it's Marty. Beat the crowds. Shop Black Friday now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores. Robert Levin and his team are giving you the opportunity to get the lowest prices of the year on furniture and mattresses. Take an extra 25% off store-wide. Shop living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, starting at only $297. Plus, 5 years special financing with no money down. Black Friday is happening now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress Stores.
Leaves are falling and so are the prices at Bowser Hyundai. Fall into savings with the 2024 Hyundai Tucson SE all-wheel drive with 1.99% APR for 60 months. It's the perfect ride for all your autumn adventures. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty before you buy anywhere else. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. With approved credit and financing through HMFC. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $464 applies. See Bowser for complete details. Offer ends November 30th. Now that's the power of Bowser. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-580-7766. 800-580-7766. That's 800-580-7766.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A Los Angeles law firm that had zero presence in Pittsburgh until mid-July of this year, and a staff of 20 within a week, has inked a deal for a permanent home downtown. Raines Feldman Luttrell has agreed to terms for 22,000 square feet on the 15th floor of 11 Stanwyck Street. It's been operating in temporary space on the building's 11th floor since picking off almost all of Whiteford, Taylor, and Preston's lawyers and staff. Whiteford had also been based at 11 Stanwyck. Also, earlier this month, the Business Times reported that Mach 9, a geospatial software startup that was headquartered in Bloomfield, had raised $14.4 million per a Securities and Exchange Commission filing and Pitchfork data. Now the firm has confirmed that the final seed round of $12 million and one other important detail. It had moved to San Francisco. Mach 9 was founded in 2021 by Carnegie Mellon graduate and CEO Alexander Baikovitz and fellow CMU alumni Haween Shi. The startup's flagship product, Digital Surveyor, converts large-scale scans of areas into maps with automatically identified features such as utility poles, traffic signs, and road signs. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love John Delano. There's 100 reasons why. His integrity, actually, always takes the high road. I'm a pain in the ass to people, and he can always take a joke. He plays along. What else? He's always fair, always honest. He has that really distinct voice. And you know what he does, man? He likes to be part of the whole shtick, like this whole shtick with John Delano in his attic. Some of the pompous, pious radio, newspaper, social media talent, they just don't want to play along. They're too narcissistic, too self-important. John's not like that. He also, he's the guy they call. I mean, he interviewed Trump several times, and Trump's people would reach out to John. He interviewed Kamala Harris a couple times, and they reached out to him. He's the guy that they went to in this market. Now, Trump went to Channel 11 folks a little later in the campaign when it really didn't matter, but and so did Kamala Harris when it didn't matter, but Delano always had them first. And all these guys like him. I know that for sure. Like, I can be really irritating to a lot of people, especially political folks that I'll go after or that I'm critical of. JD never has an enemy. I've heard people say he's liberal. I don't know. I think he's wonderful. Do I think he leans a little to the left? I don't know. Not for me to judge. All I know is I've known him now. I've been here 20 plus years, and he's been there the entire time. He's been a really good friend and a really good guy to work with. And here's the other thing. I say this about the good ones. You know what he does? He answers the phone. You know, I was talking about Jim Roddy, Dan Honorado, and Rich Fitzgerald. So Roddy was there 8 years. Honorado was there 10, then Fitz was there 12. So there's nearly 30 years. All of them returned the phone call. With Sarah Honorado, that's not the case. And she's having a communications crisis as a result. Just my take. John Delano, at the end of the day, is a great man and will be remembered as such. Nothing wrong with that.
Tomorrow night, we're talking about artificial intelligence, its impact on our lives and our society. Listen to our next Odyssey conversation, Artificial Revolution. Is the future automation? Tomorrow night at 8 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.